Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the channel. Shotgun Shogun alongside of Mevlin. It is day 2 of the November Winter Cup November Winter Champions Snowdown Cup. Man, I woke up not too long ago and I am already frazzled. Frost is just taking us into this immediately. We're actually a minute early depending on what time calculator you're using, but our first match of the day is going to be Hyun versus Sarmoth, the Tractor, and really excited here to see what we get out of day 2, right? And hold on, let me change this here so you can actually hear the in-game sounds. Forgot that I needed to switch that back to my speaker. Scuff streamers. Mevlin.
I like the anus, double anus here. That sounded so wrong. Double Inus.
Inus? Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah. Mevlin, what are you even talking about? You're gonna get me. Yesterday, you're talking about bathroom antics from Violet. Today, you start just dumpstering me on the TOS. We're getting. You know what? It's okay because Mevlin is just gonna take my spot after he gets me TOS'd from YouTube and Twitch. But
all my time all along.
We're not seeing too much different this morning, afternoon, wherever it is that you guys are watching this from, with the ML Crowd pick, with the ML Haste pick, with the AROS pick. Definitely very strong first picks. We did see a little bit of differentiating gameplay, a little bit of different gameplay yesterday, a little bit of counter, or a little bit of cleave, a little bit of control. There were some interesting drafts. We are going to definitely be seeing quite a bit of tank and spank as the day goes through, and as we go a little bit further in, it gets a little bit more sweaty and you go for those safe picks. So yeah, we are going to see, this is the last match from the second round. So after this, then we are going to be moving into the round 3.
Even the pre-bans are pretty safe. FCC and Flurry pre-bans are fairly common just because, you know, those heroes are also pretty safe and you don't want your opponent to be able to just play safely in the draft.
Right. No, absolutely. And like we mentioned, you know, plenty of times throughout this tournament and in any other situations as well, the FCC, if you don't ban her, she's gonna get picked because she's just so safe into just about every single draft. Control draft, you can take FCC. Cleave draft, hey, FCC is going to help your cleavers survive. Hey, just FCC everything, especially as a first pick, because it allows you to do that like very, very flexible draft. Sarmoth is going to be picking up the Arbiter Vildred here and has the Blood Moon Haste, so it'll be interesting to see if the top model Luluka comes out or also how they're going to handle that.
Also grabs a Fire RB here.
Yeah, just says, hey, you know what? Why not bring 2 RBs?
Yeah, it's better than 1. So we only have TM Luluka left as a counter since Sarmoth already pre-picked the ML Haste before he picked the RB. Fairly common strategy of stealing that counter, since ML Haste by himself already pretty strong, doesn't even need to counter anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So it does look like...
Also you want to mention that Hyun even picked her well into ML Haste, so ML Haste already having value, even, you know, it's already countering 1 unit on the Hyun side.
Yeah, absolutely. We do see the top model Luluka come out. The thing is, though, with ML Haste into Ruel, right, is you don't always have to use the S3 for a revive. You can just do it ahead of time, right? So we do see the Rylet come out here as well.
I'm liking this pick on Hyun's side. He has 2 counters for RB here. Stenny also another counter, assuming, you know, that RB's kind of squishy and you could one-shot it with S1. Yep. But Hyun doesn't have attack buff though, so I'm kind of iffy about that Stenny going to kill the RB, considering there is 1 tank on Sarmoth's side.
Yeah, there's not much mitigation. I mean, you do get the mitigation there from the ML Haste, right? You have the AROS, but we don't know if that AROS is like lands. So the bans are out, ML Crow and the Akali. I think that the Akali was a very solid ban out because that would have been very big opening damage, probably just dump on that top model Luluka. So we are going to see just what we get out of this.
The Akali pick pretty much tells Hyun though what Sarmoth was banning, which was the only AoE in the team.
Right.
Goes in and boosts here and attack buff. Probably gonna kill the RB here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, unless it's like a very tanky counter RB, but there's no mitigation again, and yeah, your RB's gone. This is gonna rip into probably what take out, yeah, pop the immortality there for the Kayron.
Yeah, I think I like Hyun's chances here. Like I said, if you give Tomoka turn 1, like you really need to speak into Tomoka, or you're gonna be in like a lot of pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus our ability to just. Ooh.
Yo, there goes that. Ooh. There goes that Rylet. That was pretty big. The thing is, though, now is you are not going to be able to S3 the Ruel with that Kayron. You are not going to be able to one swipe anything, and then there goes your immortality.
Well, Emily Hayes can probably soften up the Ruel now, and then
that's true, but it is a Kayron with no.
Actually, she just S3s. Oh, she doesn't S3 herself. Yeah, I was curious if she just S3s herself.
Yeah, if she just S3'd herself, she would have been perfect there, because that's the only person you could have taken.
Right.
And just gone, and that's not going to be enough here. I don't think even with a knife that this is going to be able to get through.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't have to S3 here, although I mean you really kind of do, right?
Yeah, it is a knife, but without attack buff, that's not going to be enough.
No.
Actually, even with attack buff, that wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah.
She's Tiamoka's still stealthy. Like I said, you gotta.
Oh, there's the double, and then yeah, there goes that.
Because you're on the other TPS.
Yep.
And yeah, we're all just S3s here, so there's no reason to even bring the Rylet back. Even though Sarmoth hit the Rylet with the Kayron there, it just isn't enough here.
Right, and at this point you just bring it back, and even
Actually,
with,
yeah, you could.
Although it doesn't, why wouldn't you just, okay, yeah, I was gonna say just S3 yourself. That's the only person you can hit now.
Yeah, that's so strong. Double stealth into invincibility or well.
Yeah. Definitely a very good strategy there, though. I very much enjoy that.
That's why I didn't really like the Akali pick there, because then you were forced to ban the Emma Crow instead of the Tomoka, and like, and Hyun just bans your Akali anyway, so it didn't really matter. She ended up playing. Hyun actually won the post ban there, being like, knowing that his Emma Crow was gonna get banned because of that Akali pick. And I think that's it, right?
And yeah, this is it right here. So we will be moving on to the second round. Hyun is going to be taking turn 1. Round 1. Turn 1.
Let's get back as quickly as possible.
Let's see if they just play the same draft, or are they going to change things up?
Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely is the first round or first match of the day. This time around, Sarmoth is going to be getting the first pick, so we'll see if the ML Crow gets banned out in the pre-ban phase.
It was a FCC and Flurry bans, right? I believe.
Correct.
FCC
yep.
Was banned by Hyun and Sarmoth banned. Flurry.
Absolutely. Yep.
Same pre-bans.
Same pre-bans. So taking it back.
Maybe Sarmoth's gonna try something new.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of have to. Definitely with the.
He gets first pick this time though, so he does grab the Emma Crown himself.
Right.
Yeah, I'm surprised Hyun didn't ban the Emma Crow here, knowing that he's not getting first pick.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because now you don't get FCC or you don't get Crow. Like, what do you even first pick here? I mean, the only counter to Elma Crow is probably like Basar, but then Basar has so many counters himself, so it's hard to even play Basar.
Right. Right, so it definitely does add a little bit of extra difficulty here in what to draft. So it does pick up the Ruel right out of the gate. Doesn't want to let Sarmoth have the Ruel and the ML Crow.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
It'll be interesting to see though if he picks up that Stenny as well early on to kind of reduce the chances of having. Yep, there we go, second one.
Yeah, Stenny plus Emma Crow is pretty solid combo. Do you go AoE, then you get wrecked by Emma Crow?
We see the blue rose in the Olencia. I think Sarmoth's going to Bruiser Cleave here.
I do love me some Bruiser Cleave.
Yeah, same. Big fan.
Yeah, especially like that Stenny's gonna get AoE to death probably, depending on like, what Sarmoth thinks afterwards.
Right, and you do have two big threats here on the field for that Stenny, right? The ML Crow, the Olencia, both of them can reach there on semi-slow, small-ish cooldowns. Obviously, depending on what Hyun drafts, the ML Crow can be a little bit more dangerous. Ooh, a Broman.
A Broman, whoa.
A Broman. That's pretty early to pick the Broman as well, which is kind of interesting here.
Yeah, the Sarmoth's definitely not going Broman, but...
Okay, and we get the Arbiter Vildred. So now Sarmoth only has 2 spots left to either drop in an RB counter or something along those lines. I feel like, okay, so there's the ML Haste pickup. Do you see him picking the ML Luluka here? No, goes with the Akali again.
I like Hyun's pick here of like forcing Sarmoth to have to like counter the RB.
Yep.
That way he can't like just fully commit into his
Bruiser Cleave. Yep.
Yep. Forcing Sarmoth to play differently. That's the power of RB. Like people say, oh, RB has too many counters. Well, that means you have to force your opponent to play a different way, or
indeed,
you're aggressively, you know, forcing your opponent to not play how they want. You have to play these specific counters to counter your RB. Ooh, I like Hyun's here. He's got double.
Ooh, yeah, goes with the.
He's got 2 speed contesters now for that Rose and the Akoli, so this is ought to be a matter of speed, I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna be either if Acid and Akoli makes it through, it's just who's faster.
Right. It actually ends up being the Broman. But we do see the Broman and the ML Haste banouts here, leaving Assassin Sid and the Assassin Kali on the field. So we're gonna see, obviously, who's faster.
I think it's Acid. Yep.
Yep.
Acid's just always that fast. I don't know why people have like crazy Acids. I'm so jealous.
You just need to farm more. You need to farm more Wyvern, Melvin. Get that speed.
Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Is that how you get speed? You know, that makes sense now I think about it. Goes for the Rose. I don't think that's dead. Ends up silencing it though. You gotta dodge here then, right? Yep.
Yeah. Which...
That was a bit risky.
Ooh.
That was really risky on Hyun's part, but I guess he paid out.
Well,
never mind.
Yeah. Although here's the thing though, is you've got RB coming right in. Now this is going to soften the blow a little bit here on the Akali, but again, you're gonna knock that Akali out of stealth. The Stenny can take that out real quick, even with I
think Alencia is gonna kill
the Stenny. Oh yeah, Stenny, that's
pretty
okay.
Sure Aubrey's gonna come back, and Akali is out of stealth, but she getting a little bit of shield from a Tywin here.
Yeah, and she did get defense buff. No greater basket.
No gap though. No gap twice. That feels bad, man. So Ro's gonna bring someone back here. Probably
it's gonna be the Stenny, and the problem is that Stenny is poised to pretty much go next.
Yep, she was like 95% on the CR bar.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is a dead Akali, most likely a dead Rose and Akali.
I don't know about the Rose, but probably. I mean, Spectani known to be like
Yeah.
people's top units.
Whoa, that was close. But now we got the push forward. Going to be taking out the RB. And then you just kind of... Yeah, you've got a Mind's Eye Alencia. That's a dead Arbiter Vildred. Would have been nice though if that would have one-shot the RB, and then you could have had the residual damage over. Does the Rose... I'm surprised the Rose didn't... Well, I guess with the shield, she probably still would have died, maybe?
I mean, yes, Stanley having, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks here, that was probably dead. So just opts to, like, protect the Alencia, which is probably his only win condition left at this point, because there's no more AoE on the left side, so this crowd is going to S1 for quite a while. Specifically, actually one more turn, so he's going to S1 one more turn and S3 the turn after.
No defense break?
Yeah, you're probably going to defense break Ruel unless you got crazy effectiveness in your...
or it's a scuffed Ruel, right?
Oh yeah, true. But like
doing a lot of damage there to that Ruel, and the thing too is, you do get the extra, you get the Mind's Eye there. Is the poison though going to kill?
Soulburn here probably.
He absolutely Soulburn with the Crow. The thing is if that does not, if the poison doesn't kill, I'm pretty sure.
She has that.
Ooh,
yep.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if it doesn't kill, she kills the Ruel for sure, and Crow just bops it here.
Yep.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh wow, that was 348 hit points. Yeah, okay. If it would have killed the Alencia, there was still maybe a chance, right? Because the Ruel could have just tanked that down. That was a really good fight. We're going into round 3. That was a butt clencher.
That was a butt clencher. That Alencia like,
yeah, no, that was really good.
Wait, round 3, right? Why'd you change it?
Yeah, Frost. It's round 3. It's 1-1.
Frost.
Frost, what are you doing? Did you mute me?
Did you brain fart?
Let's get back as quickly as possible. It's my turn.
Okay. Now we're back. Round 3. Although they switched sides now.
I know. Now I'm getting confused.
Now I'm gonna be yeah. This is the secret, dude. If it.
Poor Frost. he's doing this for free, and we're just like bullying him.
Yeah, we are bullying him a little bit. I do appreciate him doing what he's doing, though. All right.
So we know Sarmoth has first pick here.
Yep.
Does Hyun opt to ban the Emerald Crown, knowing both these players have Emerald Crown?
No.
Does not. Still opts to ban the FCC.
Yeah, but this time around, Sarmoth opts to ban the Ruel.
Instead of the flurry, so he's gonna have flurry here.
Yep.
Yep, figured. Yeah, if Ruel's really strong, if you don't have like the best way to deal with Ruel is control cleave, and it looks like none of these players like playing control cleave comps.
Right. I mean, I like watching control cleave, but we are going to see the Blue Rose come back out again. Sarmoth is going to be picking up the ML Haste. Now you have 2 true damage units against that Rylet.
Rylet, yep. Evasion doesn't matter if it doesn't crit in the first place.
Right.
Hyun taking his time here, so it looks like Sarmoth opting to go with some form of bruiser cleave again, since that's all Rose does. That's one of the downsides of Rose. If you see Rose, pretty much know what your opponent's gonna do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not even that, but just Rose in general is very, very strong.
She's very strong, but she's like super straightforward, or like very. Right. I don't want to say simple. Like simple is probably the best word to describe it. Like she's just like one-minded, or is that how you say it? Like one direction, but single-minded. Yeah. Ooh, finally see a Basar though. I'm a huge fan of Basar into that team actually. Basar and Broman.
Ooh, yeah.
This is like some
you
kind
know,
of...
we did say that we don't see either of these two players really picking up any control, but guess proving us wrong. Although Sarmoth bringing out the Hyun, yeah, I love to see it. Bringing the assets to the table. Hasn't been doing too well in the tournament. Hasn't been picked a lot, but does bring a lot to the table when it comes. Ooh, and a Flitica. This is an interesting draft. This literally went like 360. I know 360 is when you do on a full circle. It's a joke, but I had to say that because if not, somebody would have been in the comment section like, Shogun, you know 360 is a circle, right? But yeah, no, did a big switch up here into literal control teams.
Yeah, so I already know what Sarmoth's gonna ban. Like, it's pretty much obvious because Hyun's gonna ban. Well, I hate how I can't talk about bans.
You can't
talk about bans. I have to wait. I'm too excited, man. Nope. Yeah, that's an obvious ban, and then you obviously ban.
The Rylet.
Oh, actually, Banzeret. I was thinking Broman, but
yeah, personally, I was thinking Broman as well. But we'll see, right?
We'll see. Maybe that Broman is faster and misses on the Hyun. It is faster by quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, and the Falconeer Query is faster as well. But does Broman do what Broman needs to do? Nope, only silences Rose and the Hyun here.
Did the Hyun... Wait, did it evade? Did it have... It had immunity, right?
Yeah, it did. So it didn't evade.
So it didn't evade, but it didn't silence. I understand.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, you had a flurry anyway, so it didn't really matter. Opposite Soulburn, the Basar here misses on the Hyun because it's fire.
Right.
His Basar is a regular Basar. It's not ML Basar.
So everybody's sitting there behind some nice unbuffable. We're gonna get some stuns here on literally everybody. Burns, silences, control.
Does proc? Nice. Does proc? Do we get more stuns? We get more stuns. Oh, that's nasty.
The Hyun is going to go down, and that is pretty much like the one way that you can get out of this control at this point.
You just probably hit the crowd here. Opposite Soulburn, so...
Opposite Soulburn wants to take out the Hyun right away. I mean, the burns aren't going to be... Wait, hold on. Is that a Sierra Ren? SBA? Because that Rose is asleep.
Oh, that Rose is asleep. Wait.
You're right, it has to be Sierra Ren on the on the SBA.
If you're out of crowns, right?
I guess that's true. You can only put crowns on so many people.
Exactly.
Ooh, we're gonna see the push forward though, and they're out of unbuffable, and they are out of silence.
Yep.
Meaning that their crowd is going to get debuff immunity up here if he gets a chance.
Does ML Haste's passive damage reduction work on burns?
I mean, it would work on any damage, I believe.
True, but I'm not 100% confident it works on burns.
Does it work on bleeds? I don't think I've ever had that question brought up. It is a good question.
That sounds like a good YouTube video. Oh no! SBA is instantly deleted.
Control can only do so much, and then yeah, okay. ML Crow.
That's why I prefer cleave control. I mean, control cleave, where you're
control cleave, yeah,
dealing damage at the same time. Because problem in control, if like they get through, you're pretty much dead, and you don't want him
Right.
to have that much time. But,
Right, so Sarmoth is going to be moving on to the next round, although he's got to go up against War Champs. I don't know if that's good or bad RNG.
I don't know either.
So our next one is going to be Claire and Liminal. Claire does have some stuff, so we're going to be moving this one to the front per request. We get to see Liminal DDoSing people right out of the gate. Gonna see if Claire is rocking the Flan rep, so maybe DDoSing isn't going to work in this match. Liminal's gonna have to, actually reach down and use non-underhanded methods.
In the side story, though, Flan was kind of Pepega. She got outsmarted by a hacker.
That's true. So. That is true. Maybe Liminal is the actual hacker here and is going to show up. But Liminal, really good match yesterday against Shuffles. Very, very strong player. Liminal has always been pretty solid. Claire also very good. So I am looking forward to seeing how this match goes. Liminal is Ian. Maybe. Liminal, you're going to have to confirm with us in Discord DMs if you've got like the really cool glasses and everything. Why does a cyborg need glasses? Don't you just get cyborg eyes? So many questions, Liminal. So many questions. But Liminal is going to start with the ML crowd. Claire is picking up the FCC here. We do have the ML haste and the Stenny ban outs. Liminal opting to go with the Rylet.
Grabs a Rylet, pretty good combo there. You already took. There's only two of the true damage meta heroes are already gone, so Rylet fairly safe here.
Ooh, Claire opting to go, has the need for speed. We see the Acid, we see the Arby come out, and see this is the strong point of the FCC first pick, right? Because Liminal goes, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna tank it downtown. I'm gonna take our Crow. I'm gonna take Rylet. Claire now has the option to go any way that they want, opting to go with the Acid early, which was a little surprising, but picks up the RB as well.
It's a bit weird for an Acid here, just wanting to probably speed contest. I guess he read the Flurry pick and just wanted to speed contest the Flurry. This is a pretty weird pick on Claire's side. I'm honestly curious how this works out.
Yeah, no, for sure. Ooh, the Syngelica. So Syngelica being picked up, nonstop in the tournament. This is probably actually I think this is the most Syngelicas we have seen in one of my tournaments yet. But Basar, RB, Acid, FCC, Syngelica gonna answer with the Hufine. They're going to just ban before I can even hit the button. I'm gonna have to macro that to my keyboard so that I can just like pop, maybe like my space bar, just slam it real fast. But we're gonna see the RB and the Hufine getting banned out here.
This is a pretty interesting team in Claire's side.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Having your Acid be your solo DPS instead of like a speed contester, unless if that FCC's like, it's probably not Brewster FCC though, is it?
It might be. We'll find out. But no immunity there on the F query means that this just gives the Assassin Sid pure reign to just drop that.
Almost actually kills it too.
Yeah.
Probably want to get a defense buff here so you can protect your Flurry a little bit.
But at the same time, do you... Well, because, I mean, the debuff immunity is not going to matter, right? Because even after... Wow, that is a thick Basar.
That is a thick Basar indeed.
That was just going... You just threw a rock, like a small pebble, at a wall right there. Not only that, but I mean, you got the mitigation, right? This is going to mitigate all of the damage that Crow is going to do. And then...
Is Acid Soulburn only 10 souls?
Yes. It's pretty cheap and does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage.
No, it's 20 because all of the souls are gone. And
no, FCC Soulburn.
Oh, did it? Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
Pepega casters should probably pay attention.
Yeah, I was confused how FCC managed to Soulburn there, but it's only 10.
But there goes all of that. Now the Rylet is still actually evading this time around, but I do think that they're going to just start working on everybody individually, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you could hit this Acid here 50-50, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble, or Claire's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Ooh,
Acid
hits
I think
it.
it's dead.
Oh, and yeah, it's dead.
That was barely dead too.
That was barely dead, and I don't know how you come back from this one, especially with
ML Crow.
With ML Crow, with the Rylet. Sure, you can kill Falconeer Quarry here in a minute, but unless you just start locking them down, the Rylet is just going to do Rylet things.
Yep.
Which this time around, surprisingly, is evading. See, as you like, Liminal decided, hey, I'm not going to DDoS this time around. I'm going to actually just fix the evasion slider to actually work. He's bypassing the lack of evasion. I think here you just take out the Basar from here.
I mean, I like the I'm always a huge fan of seeing Sanji getting played. So I do play Sanji a lot as well, but probably not in this situation. I mean, that attack buff and speed buff is really strong.
Yeah.
Team comps.
All right, so Liminal is going to take the first one here. Singelica's still kind of iffy on whether or not you should use her in RTA. I think that was a weird pickup into like no real revive, and you only had one DPS that was able to kind of take advantage of the pull-in, right?
It was a deny pick. It was denying Liminal from picking it because Claire had RB, but then Liminal just spent your RB instead.
Right.
So you spent your pre-ban and one of your picks to steal the RB counters, but if you don't have another must ban, they just end up banning your RB as well instead.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see the FCC come out. We're gonna see the Steny and the ML Haste banouts here. Liminal not really liking the Steny at all. Now, surprisingly, Claire opted for the FCC instead of the ML Crow this time around. Liminal gonna lock in the ML Crow and the Rylet yet again.
Grabs the RB again. Does he grab the Sanji again? I mean, I think you can just let Liminal have Sanji because you do have Basar, so I don't think you need to.
Yeah, Claire taking it back.
Really huge fan of Acid, which I understand. Acid is pretty strong. I hate fighting against Acids in the RTA in the ladder.
Yeah. Much like Judith, they are all very fast and very dangerous. But here's the thing, though. Liminal knows how much damage that Acid can do.
Mm-hmm.
Claire is literally like, you know what? Hey, I'm just going to try it again. We're just going to try this again.
I mean, if that Acid dodged last time, Claire had a pretty decent chance.
Yeah. What did Liminal pick the last time? Hufine as the last one? Do we see just literally the same? We're gonna see the same match.
Do we see the same? Actually, maybe it's different post.
I think it's different bands this time around.
Yeah,
we'll see.
It up. So Liminal already banned. Claire's thinking here. Trying to think what.
Maybe last time banned the. Okay, so last time banned the Hufine. This time bans the Falconeer Quarry. I personally would have thought maybe the Rylet ban just to take evasion off of the table, but now we'll see how this one works out, because do you Acid S3 the Hufine here?
See this? That speed tuning is so close. So it looks like actually Hufine is faster than the Basar. So just gonna hit the Eros and then
which is actually good. Silenced.
No, you're gonna get speed buff. So then the Basar is actually gonna lap. Yep. Never mind. So now Basar's gonna lap here. If you give Basar speed buff here, which Claire did,
yeah, we are.
Actually, does it lap? It's gonna be pretty close.
It is gonna be really close. We're gonna see the S3 come out here. This is going to do enough damage.
Oh, it doesn't lap, actually.
It doesn't lap, and it does enough damage to remove evasion even though the shield's there, because you're not at full HP. So what's going to happen here, S1, Basar is going to be able to go hit everything except for Rylet.
Did it hit the Yufine? There was so many words I couldn't see.
There were a lot of words. We're going to find out in a minute. It doesn't. Only one unbuffable on the field now. Rylet, I feel like you just rip right into the Acid again. And it crits yet again.
Why didn't Claire's Soulburn the Acid this time? Or the
Liminal has all of the evasion on this side.
GG, guys.
All right, so there we go. Liminal, moving on. Claire, while I like the draft, I think that the Singelica was very odd.
I've seen people draft like a RB Singelica and then a green Sid.
Yeah.
Sanji plus green Sid, pretty good combo, and the RB stealing that, denying the Singelica, but I think that was the same plan in that you want your instead of green Sid, you're using Acid, I think, but I'm not sure. I'm really curious why Claire opts to use the Sanji there. It's a very it's a very curious case.
Right, because I mean, if you just have those, if you only have one DPS, as soon as you take out that DPS, then it's pretty much just GG from there. So we are waiting for Panchoi. Let's see. Somebody, you know what? Panchoi is probably not awake.
Oh no. That's not good.
And he has Do Not Disturb on Discord. So if anybody knows how to get a hold of Panchoi, tell him he has like five minutes. Someone somewhere has to have Panchoi's phone number, or just put out the tank top bat signal. You know, you just see a big thing on the cloud that's just like Panchoi in a tank top. Panchoi, we need you here. Don't lose this way. Actually, Moozy, Panchoi is probably so afraid of the man, the myth, the Moozy that that he was like, you know what? I don't even want to do this. Moozy, Mios Bravos, the angriest player in all of Brazil. And actually, while we have the time here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure that I have that set up for the copy pasta, since that is a very solid copy pasta. Moozy, where is it at? Somebody post it in chat for the Moozy copy pasta, and I will make sure that that becomes a thing in Stream Elements. Also, if Liminal does make it past the next round, I'm going to require somebody to make a Liminal copy pasta about him DDoSing and hacking his opponents. That is my request to you, chat, that if Liminal makes it into the top 4, I need a Liminal copy pasta.
Is that what it takes to get copy pasta? Just get top 4 in one of these sweaty tournaments?
I mean, Booty Pop has a copy pasta. Godless has a copy pasta. Godless isn't. I don't even think Godless plays the game anymore. But if Godless has millions of fans, I am one of them. If the world is against Godless, I am against the world. But I mean, yeah, hey, if you get top 4, chances are the real prize is a copy pasta.
I see my boy Pangolin though. He's hanging out.
He's ready. He's like, you know what, Moozy already got Panchoi out of the thing. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to control. Pangolin exclamation point control time. Although the problem with control is what we saw earlier, right? Where if you can slip, he does do control cleave. Yeah,
control cleave is the way to go. That way, you know, you have 2 win conditions: either you control or you cleave.
Yeah.
And if depending on like how your opponent also has 2 counters, right? And you need to like double counter. You need to counter your cleave, and they need to counter your control. That's why I'm a huge fan of control cleave.
Yeah. I think that there is okay. Panchui's on. He's on the back of the chicken. He's hopping. He's getting in here. So once Panchui gets in, yeah. Look at his icon in Discord. It's the Pepe on the back of the chicken. It's cute. It's cute. But he is getting in here. I'm sure he literally just woke up. The sun probably is coming through that window and has turned himself into SSJ4 Panchui. Yeah, but no, so that's the thing, right, Medlin, with like control cleave is you have to have the damage to back it up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you can't kill them, they just outlast, and then ML Crowd comes back around forever. Right. And that's one of the reasons why, and chat will disagree, and Reddit will disagree, and the entire community will disagree, but I really like Elfelt in like a control team because of the amount of damage that she can just bring, including extra defense breaks and stuff like that. I think it'll be very solid. What if, and we do have Panchui in the room. What's that?
I've seen a Chinese alpha recently. He's a Chinese flan now.
Is he Chinese flan? The last time I ran up against him, it was Uniluna.
No, his portrait. He's
he's portrait wise. Okay, so we are in Moozy getting first pick. Very angry.
Another Ines lover. All right, I said that correctly. Ines.
Is Ines?
Yeah,
Ines Algoon. Okay, we got the thing. I'm gonna put this in my stream elements while we wait here. So yeah, so if you guys really want a copy pasta, if you want to be immortalized, that's a word now.
Don't come near me.
Then you just have to win. Is there a Panchui copy pasta? I don't know. Panchui's got to get to the top, and somebody has to go out of their way to make a Panchui copy pasta. But I would love to see a Panchui copy pasta. We're gonna eventually.
How do we get copy pastas if we're always commentating?
I mean, Medlin, I think you're just a walking copy pasta. Here we have Medlin. The Brazilians call him, I don't know, Brazilians, tell me what like the Papegaist caster is in Portuguese.
Oh god, we don't talk about that.
I mean, look at the emote that you just the Mevlin thinking emote.
That's the best emote in the world. I don't know what you mean. I'm thinking so hard in that picture.
We're just talking about
not even relevant
copy pastas and completely ignoring these drafts. But guys, and I'm sure you've never seen this one before, but an ML Crow ban and a Falconeer Corey ban into an FCC Crow Rylet pickup with a Spectenny Aros and a Ruel on the field. I mean, this is.
Do we need to commentate this? This is like just typical. Sweaty ass drafts, man.
You know, the thing that'll be really interesting in the future, Mevlin, is if Panchui, if you pick Xeno, I'll just send you right to the finals. If you can, here's this. If anyone can win a match in a placement tournament with a Xeno and not just like have it thrown, I will not only give you a badge, I will make a badge for you that you can just, I'll mail it to your house. I don't care. If you can win with Xeno, not only will you get that, but then you'll just get put into an exhibition match in the finals. Speed dude man right now is thinking, can I do it? I'm gonna make this happen. If it's Speed Dude Man though, he's gonna get timed out for 5 minutes. That's your badge, Speed Dude Man. Hovering the Judge Kisei, it would be interesting to see a raw Judge Kisei. Although I feel like if you were to pick a Judge Kisei with not CR manipulation, ooh, Vivian. I like the Vivian. Vivian's a good answer to a Spectenny, honestly.
How rude.
You think so? I think it's a good counter for the 8 time, and that's one of the best.
Yeah, a Tywin as well. But the thing is that Vivian has that extra reach into the Spectenny on that S2. Plus a lot of damage, right? So Moozy picking up the SSB and the Vivian at the end. My dog is very mad that Vivian got picked here. But Panchoi, there's somebody probably at my door. Regardless, sucks to be them because we've got a tournament. So the Spectenny and the Vivian getting banned out here. Now, the interesting thing is, I mean, you've got the Ruel on the Panchoi side. You've also got the A Tywin. And now that A Tywin just doesn't care about anybody on the other side.
Did you like that S10 ban? I feel like he had Vivian and SSB to deal with S10.
Yeah, I think that banning either the Ruel or the A Tywin was probably the play there. Because yeah, SSB is going to take care of S10. Yeah, you had plenty of ways to do that, and I think that banning out that S10 was just not really required there. And this is a counter attack, probably Elbrus or Noble Oath. Or Holy Sacrifice, not Noble Oath. I always get those two confused in my head, but
yeah, this is one of the problems with like only using single counters. So like you pick Vivian into a Tywin, they just ban your Vivian. Like you're playing,
and now everybody's naked, but I don't feel like at this point that you even have to rip the S3, but maybe you do, just to, I mean, you're gonna no provoke on the Rylet. That seems a little interesting there, but
yeah. So like if you see like one of these like super toxic heavy carry units, A Tywin is a heavy carry in that he will solo carry games. You either plan to post ban him and like completely don't pick counters, or you have to use 2 counters. That way you don't get you just don't get post banned. Because if you only pick single counters, you're kind of stuck in a situation where you gotta guess, you know, does Panchoi ban my counter here, or do I have to ban the A Tywin then if he bans my Vivian? Like, you're just left in a situation that you don't want to be in.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now the thing too is, coming up here real soon, you're gonna have the A Tywin engine online.
So the reason why A Tywin did not S3 there at the beginning is he wants to slow burn. Having that. The 2 turn, is it 2 turns? I think it's 2 turns, right? Lowers by 2 turns.
Yeah, every other turn you can S3. Yeah, 100%. And depending on what the rest of your team is looking like, you can easily just cycle that before anybody even remotely gets out of control. That's why A Tywin is just really solid. Now the problem here is that the A Tywin is provoked, so they hold off for 1 more turn. The Rylet most likely comes in and bops the A-Ros here. I feel like even though A Tywin is defense broken, oh yeah, this kills, but you just Ruel bring it back. Although that does leave your A-Ros open to just getting bopped by this Crow in like 3 seconds, because that was good over. And the thing too is that was good over splash because the A-Ros is rocking the Arias. So now you take out the A-Ros for free. You work on the Ruel.
You should have taunted the A Tywin here, because A Tywin S2 is down. You should have taunted A Tywin with Crow there, and he could have killed that A-Ros with FCC. I guess he didn't know that A Tywin's S2 is down. You should have checked. You should have checked the A Tywin S2.
Big defense breaks here. Hitting the defense break though on the Alencia is big.
Now Tywin's gonna start S3ing every other turn. So it's all a matter of, does it hit Rylet and do you get resists? Ends up hitting Rylet actually.
No, there's a miss.
Was it? Oh, it was a miss. My bad.
Although it stuns everybody else. I think here, do you just kill the Ruel, and I think you're just too tanky to do anything here. If you hit the Rylet, you have to bank on the 50-50 whatever. If you don't, it just kills something. Your FCC is not going to die here. Your Crow is healthy enough that you're going to just be able to roll right through. Also, I see Sama in the chat. Nice to see you, Sama. Thanks for coming out. One day I'm gonna have a Sama Gamer copy pasta about his triple Unity set Kayron. One day they're gonna nerf Unity set and it's all going to be Sama Gamer's fault.
Oh, actually, this lance is gonna strip. No, it didn't.
It didn't strip. I mean, it didn't matter anyways because you were triggering the S2, S3 here, and you get the S2 bat back, and that's gonna be. There's no way that even with Mind's Eye right now, this Alencia solos this whole team because this Crow is just gonna horse right through after there. So Moozy just showing the anger, and Panchoi hopefully awake now. I know that he probably just woke up, realized he had a tournament and was like, oh god, I need to, probably took his time during that one, got like a little bit of coffee or something like that. But Panchoi is going to get first pick this time around.
Yeah, Panchoi needed to strip the Rylet and that Rylet hitting the Alencia. That way,
yeah,
A-Town had a chance to like solo there, but fortunately, A-Town died before he could get his second S3.
Right. So we do see the ML Crow and the Falconeer Clary bands out. Both of these boys picking up the staple tanks right out the gate. The FCC, the Blue Crow yet again. I've never really played Blue Crow, but somebody had convinced me that I needed to double Crow. So I recently have been playing Blue Crow, and I hate that I enjoy it as much as yeah.
He's a good hero, man. It's shockingly good hero. No one you still saw it coming.
The horse is a monster. So Panchoi picking up the S10, picking up the Rylet. Now, we did say last time around that banning the S10 probably wasn't the best play, but I think it still worked out. We see the literal RNG god himself, Charles, but let's see if this Charles holds a flame to the War Champs Charles.
Actually grabbing the Rylet this time though, probably pretty good considering Moozy.
Yeah, definitely
did a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure. But how do we see Moozy answer the Rylet, or does he go with extra AoE here, ban the Rylet, and just deal with the Stenny this time around?
Probably. I mean, you can't counter Stenny though, so Charles might be in trouble from the Stenny.
Ooh, we see the Flitica here.
We're getting robbed.
Ooh, and we see the last pick SSB. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Bans the Stenny, bans the Crow. No defense buff on the right side, and
hey,
I guess.
Come here. I'll give you a treat if you stop barking at everything. Come here. Come here. Yeah. So we see the Crow and we see the Flitica bans out. Okay, calm down, dogs. I know you're angry that ML Crow gets banned out too. I'm fully aware. But
haven't seen a Charles SSB combo in a while. I mean, this was fairly popular combo with FCC Guild Wars, but
right. Now the problem is though is that your S10 is not going to get bothered at all by the Charles.
That's actually going to live a sliver of health.
All right, so yeah, it is still here, and the thing too is that even though the FCC is going to go, that Charles is just going to get healed immediately back up.
Also S3 here, I guess there's not a lot of debuffs on the left side, but
one's probably to push back the
RB?
The RB as well.
I mean, you could just taunted the RB potentially, but yeah, it's just gonna get healed here, so Charles probably going to like near full health.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Moozy's gonna S2. He could S3 if he wanted to, but S2 is probably the better option here.
Do you think so? I mean, that Charles is around is pretty far down. I feel like if you could have S3'd here, you could have just started cycling and have your S3 back up by the time that you really needed it, right? I mean, the team is pretty semi-thick. Does opt to stun the Lilius, which I actually think wasn't too bad right there, just because, I mean, you would have had that extra damage, you would have had the potential for the shield there, and such, so...
I think he rolls S2 as like it's lower cooldown by 1 turn, so it's probably one of the reasons why. Yeah, I kind of wish Moozy taunted the RB here, that way he couldn't silver an S3. That was a lot of damage.
That was quite a bit of damage.
And as we know, like, that's one of the weaknesses of Ruel, right? She only does single target heals, so
yeah,
if you do like so much AoE damage, Ruel's not gonna be able to keep up.
Yeah, and the thing is you're gonna be popping this RB, and the RB is going to just come back and lay waste to the rest of this. Now, I feel like you didn't necessarily even really need to do that, right?
No,
because the Lilius wasn't going like anytime soon. I think my daughter wants to commentate as well. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on outside.
Oh, Charles get bought though. I mean, that's probably for the best, because Charles was gonna die to the RB anyway, so
yeah.
No great gritter attack buff, but we do get a soul burn. I think his SSB's dead.
Yeah, there's no spillover in the front, and yeah, it's dead, and now you just have the Ruel, and I think that is I mean, you can S3. Yeah, who do you S3 here? You SSB, right? Obviously.
Yeah, you're still in a lot of trouble. Oh, goes for the Charles. Interesting choice. I guess because Charles was way in the back.
Oh.
Ooh, no blind, gets countered, does hit the relic.
No proc, yeah.
Damn, not angry enough, Moozy. You gotta be angrier, dude.
Right.
Probably gonna kill the. Is he gonna blind? There we go. There's the blind he needed. Does miss the RB though.
Yeah, and I don't think that even with this super slow Charles that is going to be able to pop off like that.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you never know. Maybe. But Moozy gives up though at the end there. And
yeah. We move on to the third match. You commentate this. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna calm down this dog real quick.
Okay. So going to the third match, let's see if we both see the same pre-bans as last time. The doggo is going crazy. He is. I mean, it is quite an exciting match, given that, you know, these are the angriest players in the world. Oh, is he getting doggo jail? Oh, poor guy. Entertain us? I'm trying to. Alright, we do see an RB ban this time from Moozy's side. Moozy does get first pick though, so Panchoi opting to pre-ban that Emerald Crow, probably because of the knowledge that he's not getting first pick, so he's not going to be able to take Emerald Crow. Moozy hovering over Flurry, pretty standard first pick in that Flurry is so versatile, but ends up going for FCC, another versatile unit in the game. Probably Flurry and FCC, both the most versatile units in the game, and the fact that they're super safe, there's not that many counters, and you're pretty much giving the opponent turn 1 because you don't want to get countered. Panchoi ended up stealing the Flurry since Moozy was hovering it. I don't know if that was Moozy big braining, and that, you know, he was pretending to pick Flurry, but he wanted actually Panchoi to pick Flurry. Moozy grabs a defense buffer here with FTC. Fairly strong team. It's probably going to grab like SSB and Charles again with this super tanky comp. Does Panchoi do? Oh, I'm not even sure. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe you're right. But grabs an A Tywin as well. I'm not a fan of A Tywin into Rylith though. Like Rylith, probably one of the strong counters to A Tywin because of his evasion mechanic, and the fact that you can't hit when you can't hit debuffs when you evade. Ooh, Moozy stealing the Panchoi favorite of T Surin here. Was that a BM pick or was that just because I don't think T Surin into Flurry and Ryla is a good idea, to be honest, but maybe Moozy has a plan here, stealing the T Surin and then potentially having like some control mechanic at the end.
All right, so we're back. Don't worry, the dog is not in doggo jail or you know, anything like that. I just put him outside so that he can bark to his heart's content. No, he likes to be outside anyways. So, but hey, good breakdown there, Mevlin. I was listening to it while we were going through there. So definitely picking up the T-Cern away from Panchoi is interesting, considering the draft that Panchoi is going this time around. Yo, I would love to see this Sage Ball.
This is what I was thinking. He was grabbing the T-Surin to prep for some form of control. That way, you know, Panchoi doesn't have T-Surin and Rylait to counter control.
Ooh,
but
obstacle with the Acid instead.
Acid and Ball, pretty good. So he's speed contesting this Tomika. So these Tomikas going through, I believe, considering Moozy like is countering this Tomika pretty hard with that double speed unit. This Sandy's gonna have a field day though, I think. Hyun, I don't think you're gonna pick Hyun here.
No, I think that would be a pretty bad pickup. Goes with the Aros though. Interesting draft here from the Moozy side. Double mitigation, which with a fair amount of threats.
Pretty good amount of threats. Yeah, that Tomika is definitely going through. Bansi Flurry.
Yeah.
Probably pretty safe considering that's, well, you still have Arias as a defense breaker, but Arias not as consistent as Flurry though.
No, for sure. And we will see the, wow, that is a very fast Sage Ball. So we're gonna see some clapping. Doesn't hit the Rylait. It doesn't, but it does sleep. It does sleep the S10 and the Aros there though. But now you have Luluka and you have Rylait here that are going to just delete something. Do they? Okay, so going on the Sage Ball, who at the moment still does not have an S3. Pretty sure that's just dead and gone.
That's a pretty tanky Sage Ball though. It's like what, 15k? It looks like.
Yeah.
9k plus a bit more, like 14k maybe, but.
Here's the thing is, if this is a bruiser FCC, then that S10 is going to, I think the S10 dies here. No attack on this.
Yeah, no Gab, so he has to kill it here. This is his last AoE.
Right.
This doesn't kill. Oh, it doesn't kill.
It does silence though. So that's not necessarily, well, but he'll be able to cycle the silence off, right?
Mm-hmm. With a Soulburn, yeah, you can just Soulburn S1 into S3.
That was actually a really good play there. Push the Rylait back and trigger the S2 into the skill nullifier, and the skill nullifier on FCC, the perfect one, because now your T-Cern, who is your only threat left, not going to be taking as much now. You are going to see the Soulburn here. Does this do enough to kill it? I think that it does, and then no, it doesn't. And it's stealth.
Oh, wait. That should have been enough.
It should have been, but it wasn't. Maybe with the shield? Maybe. Oh, I don't know, man. That's crazy, though.
Wasn't the shield dispelled by Rots?
It was, yeah. Ooh, and gets the double greater basket. Who do you kill here? You just kill Aros? No. Didn't do enough damage. That's...
And she's gonna get a huge shield here from FCC. If this S1
but,
kill,
yeah, but it does. If the S1, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. Now she gets stealth again.
Now she has stealth again. Why no Soulburn though? You could have shook out of the Soulburn. Maybe just waiting for the next turnaround.
Yeah, if he's actually the Ross has S2, right? Well, I can't see the skills actually. It's bugged again. That's
goes in here. Yeah, I can't see the skills either.
Yeah, it's got bugs.
Saving the soul burn for Ross. Oh, okay. That's a lot of damage on that.
But the thing is, if the fact
FCC
that
here.
you didn't
One more
S3
turn. That was some big damage there.
This speed tuning is perfect because this FCC's actually no FCC's lower, so this T-Surin is not gonna get a shield.
No. But she is gonna go into stealth.
She does go stealth. And
You soul burn. You can't soul burn Esther.
This is why I wanted T-Surin to S soul burn last turn, because then she would have S1 this turn to potentially kill the T-Surin.
Right.
And the fact that you can't double hit in your S1.
Yeah. That was a big pushback, but now you have to hit this Crow. And the Crow horses into... Yeah, you're in perfect horse range. So you horse into Rylet. T-Surin potentially faster than the Ross? I mean, even still, I don't think that even with the... There's no souls here. Oh, it's just dead. Never mind. Yeah.
Dead. Was Warriors, so I think you should just overrun the Flitica there. That way you had the potential to double up.
Yeah.
And hit the T-Surin.
And Moozy coming through 2-0. Angriest player.
That was a good match though.
That was a really good match. I do think that there were a couple of places where a little surprised.
I mean, those I wouldn't say those were misplays. They were just those were like
2-1.
What's up?
It was 2. I said 2-0, not 2-1. Sorry.
Oh, 2-1. Yeah, it's 2-1. And my boy Pangolin is here though, so Lazy Pangolin is gonna be a fun match given they're both legend right now.
They
rank
are.
12, rank 98.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Code.
Yo, what's up, Code?
We got Code in the chat. The man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, Code has to come. We have to. You know what? The thing is, Mevlin, as we do these things every weekend, man, we haven't had any time to play Among Us.
I know. I might do it for the weekdays, but like
I'm down with that.
It's kind of hard to like have people together in the weekdays, but
yeah.
You know.
But we'll figure it out. But this match, Pangolin immediately picking up the Flitica. The bans are the RB and the SSB. Now, if you're a control cleave player, SSB, real big pain. Pangolin just blazing through these. Ooh, we get to see the Mooey. I'm excited for that. But Lazy Diz picking up the ML Crow, the Stenny here.
Pretty typical, like, you know, units that work well together, combo wombo. Do you single target? Do you AoE? Either way, you're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
So we do see the movie, and I know what that movie is. I think Lazy might also like. I figured Lazy and Pangolin probably play a lot this season.
Oh, here we go. We see the Champ Zerato and the HU Fine coming out to answer the control.
Yeah. Lazy does know the speed tuning of Pangolin, given that he picked Hufina here.
Yep.
Which means I pretty much gave away the speed tuning too.
Mevlin, the third imposter.
Pangolin in a tough spot here because you can no longer hard control, given there's like 2 units that you're already forced to pre-ban, and Lazy still has the last pick.
Yep.
So this is one of the weaknesses of early.
All right, so we see the Dizzy come out.
Like early CCing. Given that your first pick is so hard because your opponent has gonna have these 3 slots that you just have to deal with.
Right. And we do see the top model Lulika come out on the Pangolin side.
So I do like this Dizzy pick, even into CZ. People think that CZ a decent counter to, CZ decent counter to Dizzy, but Dizzy can just S2, S1.
Yep.
Which isn't really a big deal.
And we do see the Momo pickup for the last one. Now, it will be interesting to see what the bans are out here. Pangolin already dropping his ban, and the last ban comes out. The CDOM and the Champ Zerato are going to be banned out here. So it will be interesting to see what it is that we get here. So it is the Flitica into the Mooey, which means that that's actually going to work out pretty well because you're going to have that damage. Yeah, you're going to have the damage there on the HU Fine to reduce that evasion. And
Oh, no
Boom.
bleeds. No, only one stun. That's unfortunate.
It is only one stun, but you did get the stun on the S10, which was kind of the big one there, right? Now you have all of the debuffs forever. Not hitting the A Momo, which I mean is pretty expected.
That was a bad S2, by the way. That was a bad S2 because we know that Momo is gonna resist, and now this Momo is gonna go ahead of the S10. So the fact that he S2'd there pushed back the S10 further back than the Momo, so Momo's gonna cleanse before.
How many souls is the Flitica S3? 20. Okay, so it's not going to be enough, and there's no way that he is able to get through this. But the thing is okay, so the A Momo heals the S10 right at this point. Resisted on the crowd,
So I don't think like S2 in the Dizzy there was a good idea. You should have S2'd the S3 to Soulburn the Flitica for the Momo.
Now this is tough. Like I said,
this was the problem, right?
Yeah.
Because now you knocked it back, and the speed tuning was actually perfect on Pangolin side because that S10 was moving before the Momo. But that
you do have the option here though, potentially to stun. Oh, and stun. Never mind.
Just ignore everything I said. I don't know what I'm talking about. Pangolin's a legend player here. What am I saying?
Even though you get debuff immunity up here, your S10 is still going to be stunned. They're just going to work on the A Momo at the moment. Get her gone. And that A Momo is taking a lot of damage.
Yep. That stun was actually pretty insane though.
And stunned yet again. This S10, yeah, and Lazy just decides, you know what, I understand. Let's go to round 2. I love playing against Control. Get to spend more time with my family. Pangolin Control player, love to see it, dude.
This is how you play Control. You need to have 3 Control units and 2 DPS units.
Yep.
Usually they ban out either your, like they counter your Control, ban out like one of your DPS, like in this situation. But usually you have enough, like, and you just got a little bit lucky. And that's also why I love playing this this comp, because like it's super fun. So we see a C-Dome draft this time, and Pangolin grabbing the Flitica first.
The Lazy is just going to speed contest this time, it looks like.
It looks like a shadow comp or a stealth comp with the S10E plus. This is a Blanco comp right here.
But is it gonna work against the amount of AoE that Pangolin is going to draft into this?
I guess we find out.
I mean, Shadow Comp is going to be fine if it outspeeds. If not, then I mean, there's just going to be more than enough AoE there to knock everybody out. But just going to be stacking the speed imprints there with the MRSA. You do have the HU Fine as well.
I think Lazy has a plan here.
I think he does as well. And it'll be interesting. Oh, we see the Yuna.
The Yuna though, but there's no C-Dom this time.
And we see the Dizzy come out as well.
So this looks like a
Chadley.
Oh, I like it. Who do you even ban here though?
I want to see this level 50 Chadley win this tournament.
Yeah.
So the Akali is going to get banned out, and the Yuna is going to get banned out as well.
So the problem with this Chadley is Pango doesn't have to S2 with Flitica.
No.
I'm not
so
sure
the Flitica and the Moozy are going to outspeed yet again here.
Actually, how much is that CR? So it's going to be 20.
The Chadley is going to push forward. You're going to see the Soul Burn for Ignore Effect, and then this is going to reset. Resets the Dizzy, the Moozy, and the Tomika.
Chadley, let's go.
So now all 3 of them have to do nothing but S1s. They can't touch the Stenny this time around. The MRSA is going to just murk somebody. Oh, that's Stenny. just a stun magnet, absolute stun.
Doesn't matter here because
yeah, the Echufine. I don't think this kills. It can't reset.
Chadley's getting so much CR too.
Yeah, the CR push that he gets from people getting hit on his team is insane.
You need a dual attack with Flitica here. Oh, did it reset on Flitica? Or is it...
No, it's just they're just pushing a little bit of extra damage in here, but this is going to get rid of the skill nullifiers, and it's going to push up.
I thought why did how does Chadley's Soulburn work? I thought it was ignore resistance. How did
it is, but it's an 85% chance, remember?
That
yeah, it's not a 100% chance. So we are going to see the we're going to see the Dizzy drop here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Chadley is kind of like a Broman against cleave comps, right? Is that like it's 85% chance, which is tough. Ooh, and that Moozy is just deleted. Mursa going to get rid of the Flitica, and I'm pretty sure that Chadley is the 100% level 50 Adley winner.
100% win rate, Chadley.
100% win rate, boys.
That was sick. That was sick. I dig it.
Chadley did it, bros. Now there's no way Penguin has to see. The thing is though, is with Adley is that 85% chance. So you have a 15% chance, even if you soul burn, to do nothing.
Right.
Very
the fact that's
sad time.
too, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, and it's enough that it's going to, even if you just get the 1 turn cooldown against a cleave team, that's enough to just turn it completely around.
Mm-hmm. Especially Penguin's comp, which is like cleave control. Like those control units really need to S2, S3. You can't. Does he opt to
he bans the Adley. The respect Adley ban.
I mean, A. Coley could also have been a good ban there, but
yeah.
But now Lazy gets his SSV, which is pretty strong to that comp.
But he opts to go with ML Crow instead. Penguin's gonna steal the Stenny. Although I don't know why he would steal the Stenny, considering he has a 100% stun rate against Stenny.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're just draft your Dizzy and it always stuns that Stenny. But the Adley prevent though, I was not expecting to have today to be a day that I Adley prevent. Right? I woke up this morning. That was not in my list.
No.
No Definitely. Adley. Yeah. Adley's such a weird champ, right? He's like half an Elena, half a Judge Kisei.
His CR cycling when people are getting hit is just insane. Absolutely. Yeah. And the thing is if they made him like an SC that gave him just like 100% on his S3, he would be the most abused anti-cleave unit in the entire game. It's crazy. But that 85% chance is what kind of screws you over. It's the same thing with Bryceria, right? If you have to soul burn to ignore effect resist and still have a 15%, you double 15%, dude. It's tough.
I think Bryceria isn't it increased damage? I'm not sure. I don't play Bryceria either, but I think it's increased damage on S3. But doesn't really matter.
It is. Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. But yo, Pangolin actually has Cerise too. Can't wait for these buffs coming out on next week, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. The Cerise buffs are going to be insane, and I'm probably going to draft her 100% of the time. I have a lot of Ranger Danger. I have a lot of Ranger Danger plans in place. We also get the Landy buffs. So one big thing that we're going to see in the December tournament, I'm hoping, is a huge shakeup in the matches that we're seeing. I mean, sure, every so often we're seeing some pretty solid matches, but I think that come December, we're going to see a completely different level of gameplay with some of these buffs, right? So Lazy does pick up the Echufine yet again, and the Chant Zerato time, and this we're going with the Akali. So
Yeah.
We do see a little bit more control over here on the Penguin side with the Fire Tenny. I know that you are a big Fire Tenny fan, so
I am a huge fan of Fire Tenny, but Penguin's kind of in trouble here. Does he ban? Yeah, that was so fast. I didn't even tell the talk, but
yeah, Flitica and the Akali here. But at the same time, you let the champ Zerato through, which is pretty strong, and pretty risky. Yeah,
that's actually a lot of souls.
That is a ton of souls. He has a plan.
So, if this chap Z is on what's the one? Crown?
Ooh. Whoa,
that's a lot of damage.
That Tenny is so squishy. Is this just an ungeared Tenny? Penguin, please tell me that this is not like an ungeared Tenny that is.
I mean, it has book.
Yeah.
That was good damage.
Well, that's game right there. Lazy just
they just cleave the cleaver.
Rolled right through that. Maybe we'll see a Cerise solo here, but I doubt it. Penguin, I'm not too sure what the plan there was, or why you opened.
With S3, yeah. I don't know either.
GG. Lazy is going to go up against Moozy. But next up we have Denton versus Yakuza. Denton was the one match that we had yesterday with the shoes. That took.
This is gonna be a bit of a sleeper fight.
Yeah, 5 ever. But at the same time, maybe it won't. Maybe things will shift around. Maybe he hit the books last night. Wanted to change things up, but we'll find out. I'm interested to see what we get moving into this one. The last one. Yeah, no, it was an interesting pickup there, but that Tenny, I'm surprised, just kind of melted.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned that maybe it was a cleave Tenny, but
there are DPS Tennies out there that you just like put a lot of crit damage and then put things to sleep and then start like hitting him with that 100% crit chance. But okay, this is already starting not good. I'm gonna grab my dog, start cuddling with it, take a nap. So we got like FCC, Elmo Crow, Elmo Hayes, pretty common picks here, but I think they're all just gonna tank up here. I mean, they're both known to be like a very condom players.
Let's do this.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, at the same time, hey, when $2,000 is on the line, you kind of go safe, right?
Yeah, you gotta play to win. Double Crow into Elmo Hayes with Elmo Hayes. Yeesh. That's gonna be scary. Do we see Yakuza's Dark Corvus here? He's hovering a Dark Warrior. No, does not go for his Dark Corvus.
Yakuza though picking up three of the true damages. We do see the APOC Ravi coming out. APOC Ravi been playing quite a bit during this tournament, more so than in the past. Seems like she is kind of like seeing a small resurgence, but Denton is picking up the better of the two Ravis, the Fire Ravi, my favorite Ravi. So let's see what this can do. No real
you prefer the armpit Ravi?
I prefer Fire Ravi, absolutely.
You're an armpits kind of guy? Is that why?
You know what? Hey, I'm not too picky. She's got a tie though. I like the tie.
The tie? Oh yeah, she does have a tie. She
does have a tie. She's all business. Robbie is here for business, boys. We do see the DN come out, which is, again, as we mentioned yesterday, not necessarily the best against true damage, but anti-crit is a meme in the first place. So
exactly. Probably just wants attack buff here. Attack buff. Actually, you don't really need attack buff though. You have Rylet. Like Robbie is the only person.
Robbie would want attack buff, yeah.
But like committing one unit to have attack buff on,
and we see the Dizzy come out for the last pick here. Yeah, let's see what.
I like Yakuza's team here more for now, but you know, I'm not very comfortable in like on these kinds of drafts because
Right.
there's like so many things that could happen. Like because of how long these fights are, dual attacks are bound to like be abundant.
Yeah, so we do see the Aros and we see the blue Crow ban out here. Now, personally, I probably would have gotten rid of the Dizzy because the Dizzy is going to make things really, really tough for your Rylet, make things tough for your Fire Ravi. Now, sure, you can cycle those out with the DN, but at the same time, you know, like a Momo would have been better for anti Dizzy, though Yakuza had last pick, so very, very strong still. The other thing too is you're not going to be able to stun anybody with the Ravi because you're going to have debuff immunity up.
All systems on.
Exactly. Yeah, like this Emblem Crow is just gonna sort of counter the Fire Ravi by not letting it stun. But I think Denton banned the Crow there because like it was the only defense buffer. But I don't think it matters that much considering Denton has some form of sustain. So giving Yakuza the defense buff probably not that big of a deal.
Well, I think the problem is that the Crow you could just kind of wait until Horse, right?
True.
That didn't land any debuffs on this Fire Ravi. Is this like a 400 effect resist Fire Ravi?
I would be surprised actually. I was gonna say I'm not gonna be surprised, but that's a pretty surprising build unless if it was just super lucky, 15% to the power 3.
Yeah, 3 times.
A good chunk on that Aravi there. That's a pretty well built Aravi. Yes is gonna start healing people though. We're gonna S2 with the shield. Also S3 here with a tag down and blind ends up hitting the Crow though. Only deals half the damage. That attack down pretty strong even if you have attack up.
And that ML Crow is already almost under half.
That Aravi damage was kind of low. Is it just me? Is it actually an effect res like Fire Ravi?
I mean, it's first turn. Also, somebody said that she had immunity. I'm not used to having immunity on Ravi, so...
yeah, I was paying attention. So it looks like the Ravi didn't get knocked back because she knocked forward instead.
Yeah, that's how the S2 works. But I mean, first turn, your Fire Ravi is not going to be doing excessive amounts of damage because of the ramp up. So once you get to, you know, third, fourth turn where Ravi has those stacks plus with an attack buff, the S3, S1 are going to be doing quite a bit of damage.
Does it strip the attack buff on Fire Ravi, which is pretty big?
It is. There's no attack buff. It did strip. Did you say it didn't?
It did.
Strip. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But the thing is that and a stun. Fire Ravi is popping off here.
Emily is taking a turn here though, so.
What do we have? Oh, so we have Rylet come up, and then DN has all of her buffs already. We do still have the S3 from the FCC still available. So I don't think you necessarily have to cleanse the stun here. You just S3.
Ends up cleansing the stun though.
Yeah, a little surprising because I mean you can just S1.
You can just slap, or did you have S3?
I mean, it doesn't matter. The dual attack is just going to let that DN go forward anyways, so...
True.
Now, who do you take out here? The problem is if you start hitting... Yeah, I was going to say, that Dizzy on a counter-attack set. Every Dizzy's on a counter-attack set, but that actually worked out very well for him because...
Oh, pretty close, actually.
Pretty close. Now, it is going to heal a little bit here, but... yeah.
Also want to note that a Ravi has Durandal. Not a very common artifact you see on a Ravi.
Yeah, usually it's a Draco or a Seed or Anchor. Yeah.
No crits in that one, unfortunately.
And this is a counter-attack Fire Ravi as well. It's semi-quick for a counter.
She's gonna S3
You're
here.
gonna S3. Yeah, you kill the A Ravi, and Fire Ravi showing everyone why she is the superior Ravi.
That's pretty sad because I fed all of mine to A Ravi.
Yeah, always has been. So Yakuza is gonna get first pick this time around.
Wonder if that changes their pre-bans. For me, I know people like think it's such a big change, but maybe it's just my playstyle that I haven't changed my playstyle at all ever since they implemented this change of like knowing if you get first pick or not.
Yeah.
I still end up pre-banning the same hero, so.
It does change for me. I do change what I pre-ban based on whether or not I get first pick. So if I get first pick, it's an ML crowd pre-ban. If I don't, then it's if I do get first pick, then it's typically a Falcon or Corey pre-ban for me anyways.
Gotcha. I guess it's just like I don't have the heroes like in the meta, so my heroes don't usually get stolen, so.
Right. Yeah, nobody's stealing Blingo. They're just banning Blingo against you.
They're just banning Blingo, yeah. You see the Relic, you see the FCC, you see the Crow. I mean, so far I was worried that it was gonna be sleeper fights, but it's not that bad actually.
Yeah.
It's been quite spicy. You see the double true damage in Yakuza. Is he gonna grab a third one? It's gonna be the same 3 picks as the time before.
Very possible.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Ends up grabbing the triple true damage again. Denton, I mean, you could just you won last round, so don't you just pick the same thing as you did last time? Yeah, Eros plus what else did he play? Deanne and I forgot the last one. Oh, Fire Ravi. How did I forget Fire Ravi? Yep, this is gonna be
definitely. Yep. So there's gonna be run back here, and then do we see? But Yakuza knows that if, depending what he picks here, then Denton's just going to pick, that DN again.
Yeah. I don't think Ravi probably good in this team. It's like.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Is gonna probably steal out the DN this time though.
I like the DN here, actually. Stealing this DN here not only denies DN, but DN is pretty good to Relic and Fire Ravi. Yeah, I'm that's a really great pick on Yakuza's side.
Yeah, and the SSB.
Mm-hmm.
That
triple
is
water.
Definitely rough. Yeah.
Triple water into that Ravi. I mean, what does Denton do here? He could pick Rwanda, but that's just gonna get banned, and what Yakuza has is enough to like counter these 4 units.
So we do see the Rwanda last ban or last pick.
Yeah.
No ban yet, but yeah, I feel like that is absolutely the most likely ban here.
Yakuza was a really good spot, like picking that SSB at the end, because all these 5 units already win against those 4 units that Denton had at the beginning. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what Denton picks at the end. You just ban that one because you have a solid draft into the 4. This is one of the situations where having first pick is good.
Yep. So we see the DN and we see the Rwanda ban out. Now this again is going to be rough because I mean that SSB is going to be laying down a lot of damage and you don't have the sustain anymore. But at the same time, you also don't have the debuffs that that the Dizzy brought the last time around. So your Aros is going to be able to pull in your Rylet until your Ravi ramps up, in which case later on it'll probably end up being Ravi, but we'll see what ends up happening here.
Also, this SSB has potential to just feed this Rylet. So if this Rylet dodges a lot, it might be a little bit hard for Yakuza. So Rod's gonna put up defense buff here, probably for the best, but you know, Emma Crowd doesn't care. He'll just drive through you, and like that wasn't a lot of damage actually. It was just barely enough to take the barrier out.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's probably just gonna S1, right? Unless if you're planning to one-shot something. Yeah, strips the immunity, not the defense buff. Probably wanted the immunity there. Crowd's probably gonna S2 this FCC or the Rise. Opts to go for FCC. Does not knock her back though. You can S3 here, but you're just gonna waste it on the SSB clapback.
Right, but it does prevent the damage that is going to be ramping up over time.
But you have defense buff here though, so probably this is the better time to be hit by SSB because you probably want to save that S3 when your defense buff goes out. That way you have some other form of mitigation.
Yeah, would have been nice for although that Ross has defense break now, so this is going to be real rough, and that was not a lot of damage to that SSB, but Ravi doesn't care if it is water, going to crit it anyways. But again, on the Yakuza side, you have defense buff, you have debuff immunity, you have a thick SSB behind a Crow, and this puts unhealable, unbuffable on to the Fire Ravi, which basically kills this.
Ooh, hits again. Oh, but it's immunity. Never mind.
It is a lifesteal. It's a lifesteal Riolet, but I think that the 2 turns of unbuffable, unhealable on the Fire Ravi, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
The not being able to heal back that damage, unless this thing cycles really fast, that's gonna be real tough.
Also, Hamel is taking a turn here. Gonna full heal. Do you just opt to S3 Crow here? No, he does not. I mean, you're gonna heal with Emil Hayes here 100%. Yeah. So I wonder if S3 Crow there could have been a viable option, considering you're gonna full heal the Crow as well. Probably want to kill that Ross. It goes for the FCC instead. Does not kill it though, but pretty close.
I'm surprised he went for the FCC. I mean, I get that it will, get rid of some mitigation there, but the
FCC also has unbuffable, so it's not gonna get the shield. It's not gonna get the shield that FCC does in their S2 every turn.
That's true.
That's the only thing I can think of, but I'm also surprised. I would have liked to kill the Ross instead.
Yeah, the FCC is gonna drop here in a minute, but this is one less turn now. The unhealable is gone, so that is the S1 that has the chance to cleanse buffs. So Ravi now in a good spot. Yeah.
All right, he goes down here. Emil Crow on a 3-turn cooldown.
Big double attack.
But Ravi stun is coming up, so that's gonna be scary. If it hits like SSB.
Yeah, if it hits SSB and then pushback and stuns, then you're going to be in a very solid spot. The thing too here is that this triggers the S2 into Crow. Would have been a lot better if it would have went into SSB here, just to get that out of the way. But still a good chunk of damage. Now though, the Ravi is going to be sitting on a 2-turn defense break as well, but ML Crow is going to have 2 turns on the horse. The problem here is if Denton opts to, okay, so big counter attack, no cleanse on the thing. If you S3 here, this does give the Crow, ooh, it hits the SSB though. This is gonna kill the SSB.
No stuns on the ML Crow though. So
the Crow, blue Crow is gonna horse though.
Yeah.
You horse the. I mean, both of these units are really dangerous. He doesn't horse either one of them. What?
Yeah, I'll just opts to S3. I mean, he's not. Yeah, this Crow isn't dying, so it's slapping the Ravi here. So even he could just S3 after.
Solver this. Does this kill the Ravi here? Because if it doesn't, it will push the Ravi up and counterattack in Sigurd's sight, so there's a big heal.
That's a pretty good heal.
Ravi is still going to get lapped by the Crow. for sure.
Can you kill Elmo? No, defense buff is too strong here. Plus that Elmo crowd is pretty tanky too.
Why would you take the blue crowd? He must have been thinking, because that would be the worst person.
Yeah.
To attack.
Another way, but
maybe hoping for the dual attack, I guess.
Maybe, but yeah, maybe actually that was it. That was a desperate last attempt, and you get dead Ravi here. Once
dead
you get
Ravi. So we are going to go into round 3, though. That was a pretty solid fight from both sides. The SSB was pretty dangerous, but yeah, I think getting time there was a little tough. I still think that the crowd was going to horse and kill anyways, but
oh yeah, it didn't really actually matter, but it was all in the draft. Yakuza, that last 2 picks he had was so strong, stealing the DN and grabbing the SSB into a fairly solid comp, like, and just, you know, yeah, sure, Denton has last pick, but once you've like locked your 5 units against their 4, that last pick no longer matters because you could just ban it.
Yeah, absolutely.
See if they change their drafts this time. I think not. Denton banning the Elmo crowd, knowing he's not gonna have first pick here. Like you said, like how you draft, right? Like if you get first pick or not.
Right, absolutely.
Yakuza does end up getting the flurry though. Man, I've been actually playing flurry quite recently, even though like I'm known to be not a like her kit doesn't really fit my team as well as other heroes, but I've been winning so many games with flurry, and that's just how stupid that hero is.
Yeah, absolutely. Falconer Query is pretty insane.
Yeah, Denton grabbing the DN early though. I
feel like that is probably like Denton's prime Soul Weaver, so he doesn't want that taken away from him again.
Yeah. So Yakuza's is gonna counter with like non-crit heroes here probably. Even though the DN early pick might be good, but you can just grabs a Rayleigh anyways.
Yep. So we'll see if Denton kind of sticks to what it is that he knows, right? Not a lot of grass on the field, so wouldn't be the worst thing to pick up that Fire Ravi again, because it does definitely do work. I would have no idea why we would pick up a Shooting Star Arcades, but I would love to see it.
Hovers over Tomoka. Not fan.
The thing is, though, here is that Yakuza's in a very single target draft right now. So a Shadows Toma. Okay, so boys, get ready, get your pillows, get your and we see the Fire Ravi. Denton
does have Ruel.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he hadn't like played it earlier, considering there were so many situations. Like if you're against a crowd, like, you know, that first fight where he picks DN last.
Yeah,
Ruel would have been better there, considering there was crowd, there was ML Haste, like all these single target nukers. Like Ruel would have been perfect in those situations.
Yeah. But we'll see what Yakuza answers here. There's a lot of sustain on the Denton side. If he goes with the A Ravi, we've already seen that the Fire Ravi against the A Ravi is the superior Ravi, but opts to go with the blue crowd.
I still want A Ravi to be the better Ravi, but it's hard. It's really hard to disagree with what you're saying. Ravi is that good, so he's gonna grab the SSB again with the crowd, double water into that Fire Ravi, pretty strong.
But what is the last threat that Denton brings? Because if you have to bring a threat here, because if not, they ban your Fire Ravi and you just go to Frenzy 47 with SSB.
Hope he doesn't. I mean, you can just grab a threat and then just ban the SSB.
All right, so we see with the Assyria. Now, I do believe the Assyria that he played yesterday was like a hybrid DPS, but at the same time, we also watched that Assyria get blown up by Shu. So we'll see. But Yakuza banning out the Fire Ravi in favor of the Asaria, which I don't know is necessarily the best idea, but Falconeer Quarry is going to go away. So there is a lot of damage here on the Yakuza side, but you have a lot of mitigation.
Yeah, and a lot of you're gonna get a lot of heals too with Asaria just like resetting either that Ruel or Tian.
Yeah, you have to take out the Asaria and the Ruel, otherwise you're just going to reset the Ruel over and over and over again and bring back whoever you want, or reset the FCC for endless shields.
Right.
Asaria, very interesting. It's something that will be in my kit shortly. It's on my list of things to work with, because definitely does bring quite a bit to the table. Opting to go right into and provoke the blue crow. Doesn't want defense buff up, I guess.
What do you think of that flurry ban? I wasn't a fan of it.
I think that takes away a little bit of the mitigation, as well as the ability to provoke with the soul burn. So I actually think that was a good plan, because if you had the Falconeer Quarry on board, once you got to later game, you can just soul burn that right into the Ruel with a Rylet, and once you're Deep Frenzy, that's just a dead Ruel. Not only that, but again, this takes away some of the mitigation from the side of Yakuza. If you have ML Haste and, yeah, like I said yesterday, we saw that Asaria was that hybrid effectiveness DPS Asaria. Probably after the matches yesterday, went back to the shop, fixed this up a little bit. Asaria has shown Booty Pop playing the Asaria, Panchoi playing the Asaria. The Asaria is very, very strong and a good pickup if you have it in place of the Falconeer Quarry.
So I think Ruel S2 there, not necessarily for the heals. She just doesn't want to proc this SSB.
Yes.
Right? Because but what ended up happening is Dian also lapped the SSB, forcing Dian to S2 as well. So he doesn't proc the SSB back here, because she was at full stack. So this S3, the fact that she's S3ing here means that she's not making use of her 3 focus from her S3, because it's pretty much wasted.
The other thing too, though, is that this did land unbuffable, unhealable onto both of them, and I'm surprised that we saw. Okay, well, the provoke actually kind of makes sense here, right? Because you don't want that ML Haste to rip that S3 off and heal up the SSB before you have a chance to kill it. I don't think that the Rylet is going to do enough damage into the Asaria here, but you are blind now.
That's also a tanky. Yo, this Asaria is poggers.
Yeah.
It's like decent damage with pretty fairly tanky stats.
Going to push this back. No defense buff again. Now, you do have to rely here on the 50-50 onto the water. Soul burns it. Does miss, but still doing a pretty okay amount of damage here. I do not think...
That would have killed on a crit.
Oh, 100%. If that would have crit, yeah, absolutely. Although, still doing some damage here through the Ruel and the DN. And the DN's gonna lap. This SSB goes down, because you're gonna have a DN. DN just does her thing, and then if it doesn't die, then you have the FCC. FCC is gonna rip the S3 here.
Yeah, crowd can't horse here. This is perfect. This is like, oh no, actually, the Rylet got a turn.
The Rylet did get a turn, but you can't kill the... Chances are you're not killing the Ruel here.
No, but yeah.
And then the Ruel will just S3 literally whoever dies from the horse.
That's true.
At this point, you had to take out the Ruel. So what you could have done was you could have broke the skill nullifier on Ruel, and then horse and ML Haste S3, and hope that kill was enough to kill the Ruel. So while you kill the Ruel, or while you kill the DN here, you're just gonna bring it back.
Yeah, and then you don't even have to bring it back, do you?
He's banking for the res. I don't think that the res is gonna do enough though, because you're just gonna keep going.
You don't have to res here.
Who did he reset? He reset FCC.
Reset FCC? Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, you don't even have to res the DN here. You just take out the ML haste.
Rylet has nothing. Crow has nothing. ML haste has nothing. You're not in a position that, yeah, there's like no threats left, so you can just slowly whittle this ML haste down. Yeah, sure, the Idol's Cheer's there, and your Rylet is going to do some Rylet stuff in, but if it kills, I don't think it's going to kill the Isaria here. No. But you have to provoke. Well, I guess you have to provoke the ML haste here. I don't think that was the play. Because, well, it depends on how much damage. Okay, so it breaks. Yeah, I think your Isaria dies here. Yeah, it hit the right target too. Because your Crow is going. Well, we'll see through the shield, right? If it survives through this, then Ruel just S3s the Isaria and you just win for the rest of the game. Yeah. Isaria just goes into the ML haste here. Ruel S3s the Isaria or S2s, really doesn't matter. Does S3 deal more damage? I assume it does. Probably has the S3 maxed out for like Banshee one shot, right? Actually it's a plus 15 or no, plus 14. Oh, is it? Hey, maybe the 1 point is not in S1, so opted to hit the S3. Probably. But this Isaria is doing so much work. This Isaria is very, very strong. Man, imagine having to pre-ban Isaria against your opponent. I mean, the thing is though, is we've already seen the Isaria in previous tournaments. Booty Pop ran Isaria, Panchoi ran Isaria. There was like quite a few other people that did run the Isaria throughout. And this is a Wondrous Potion Vial Ruel as well. Yeah, we've seen it from the last games, but that crowd got provoked by this FCC. Here's some, is it effect FCC or? Yeah, this is over at this point. Isaria can just like reset Ruel over and over. You get like so many revives, and this is GG. This is one of the strengths of Ruel, right? If you're bringing like one-shotter units, you're not doing enough pressure to the Ruel. Right. You need crazy. Oh my god. That's and yeah, so you soul burn that S1, and yeah. Jeez, I'm gonna check out these modifiers real quick. Modifiers. Melvin's like, taking down some notes. We're working on Isaria soon. I don't have Isaria. I've always actually wanted Isaria even before like I've seen these crazy Isarias, but I for the life of me two. It's 2 on soul burn. Yeah, it's the modifier's huge. And it's the S3 is also 2. Yeah, it's very, very strong. I did not know it was 2. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, the Isaria very, very strong too. And like once you get further, I mean, that just did 18,000 to that Rylet. So Denton coming out, sending Yakuza to bed. GG Denton, GG Yakuza. Yeah, GG Denton. You love to see it. And just guys, if you have an Isaria, and Isaria is in the RBG coin shop now, by the way. Denton actually paid by Smilegate to show you guys how strong Isaria is so that you can go get yourself one. Now the next one up is going to be Vinny. This one's going to be fast. Vinny's actually here on time today. I'll be right back, Shogun. Okay. But looking forward to this fight. I always enjoy watching Vinny fight because, well, it's always fast. Even when it's not fast, it's fast. Vinny has been doing nothing but Wyvern since his match yesterday. So let's see just how fast
he has gotten himself to today. Vinny, one of those people that if it's not 27 speed, it's not something that he needs. Dumps gear all the time that makes us speed plebs cry. So we do see the Ruel and we see the Spectenny bands come out. This is very, very solid because if Vinny wants to draft single target, doesn't have to worry about S-Tenny. If wants to draft Cleave, doesn't have to worry about S-Tenny at all. So we're going to see the Falconeer Quarry. We're going to see the FCC come out. Vinny going to go 5 knights, but all of those knights actually going to have 265 speed plus. As we can see, Vinny embracing the FCC and the ML Crow. I have it on good authority that both of these are 275 speed. Delphi's is going to pick up the Rylet and the Crow. So Vinny is thinking about it here. Does he pick up the potential blue rose? Does he pick up some sort of other CR pusher? You can already tell that you're going to have to speed contest a Falconeer Quarry. Most of the time, the Falconeer Quarry is going to be fairly fast, so you will have to bring something to either speed contest that or ban that. Vinny taking all of the time in the world to pick his units because he knows that the match is going to be over in seconds. Obstacle with the Bryceria and the top model Luluka. I love seeing the Bryceria, honestly. Big fan of the Bryceria, would love to see it more in play, but we do see Delphi's answer with the Assassin Sid for the speed contest.
Yeah, like I said, if you see Tomoka, speed contest, guys, you don't want it taking first turn.
Yeah.
Also, also gets Flurry too. Flurry might also speed contest this Tomoka as well, but Vinny is known for crazy speeds, right? Is that Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny is very fast.
Yeah, Vinny is zooming.
So we'll see what Delphi's picks up here as the last one. Assassin Kali. So we are definitely seeing a game of speed here. And what does Vinny answer with? Does he have the 400 speed Judith?
Double assassins. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that's not me because I would get wrecked by those two units.
So we see the RB come out last. Now, very strong pick here because, well, definitely. you don't have an answer to him.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, like we all know, second, like people think first pick is better, but having that last pick of just picking whatever unit you want, forcing your opponent to ban that unit, if you draft correctly, it pretty much wins you the game sometimes.
Taking some time here on the bans. The Falconeer Quarry and the RB are going to be banned out here. Vinny obviously very confident in his speed if he's going to let both of these assassins through.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about that though. I mean,
let's see. Ooh, not as fast as the Assassin Sid and the Akali. Actually pretty slow here as well.
Actually, even that Ryla is faster than Tomoka. Is this like a 240 Tomoka or something?
Tank Tomoka.
Tank Tomoka? That shield is too big though. She doesn't have enough health if that shield is that big.
Ooh, yeah, and that Tomoka. Ooh, and the RNL.
RNL as well, yikes.
Into the Bryceria. Bryceria can't do anything because of the silence here. Rylet can just drop the Tomoka or the Bryceria here. Doesn't matter. Neither one is going to get a turn.
Obstacle for the Tomoka. Yeah, it's probably the better play there because Bryceria almost dead and probably useless. But Crowd's probably gonna S3 here.
Yeah, he absolutely has to S3 here. Then you potentially, so you probably get the FCC S3 out.
I don't think this crowd is gonna do a lot of work considering these are all single target units. You're not gonna be able to get that SU back in time to kill anyone, I think.
Right, for sure. And this, you just take off the skill nullifier from the Bryceria, and then you just bop it with the acid, most likely.
Yep. Now he has attack buff too, because someone died. So,
but they opt not to hit the Bryceria. But doesn't Bryceria just kill a Kali, or depending on how much damage it does? No, not enough.
I mean, there's defense buff though from the crowd, so
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, this is dead Bryceria.
Yeah, 100%. And then Assassin Sid's gonna go forward. He have his one turn until his S3, and then he's just gonna be able to soul burn that S3 and just do massive amount of work.
Yep. Probably gonna hit the ace.
And I think, like, regardless here, Blue Crow is in perfect horse range.
Yep. Got the dual attack, kills A. coli, but I think you're still in trouble at this point. Yeah, Krause is gonna ask you your own crowd, the other crowd. Blue crowd better than ML crowd? Question.
Soulburn S3 here onto the ML crowd, and it's gonna just die. Not only that, but you have follow up here from Rylot, so it's dead.
Yeah.
And now it is FCC solo against the world, but Delphi's gonna take. Yeah, Delphi's gonna take the first one. Do you think Vinny just kind of goes back to what Vinny knows this time around and just starts cleaving?
Maybe
I was surprised that Vinny allowed the double assassin speed contest in there. Although here's the other thing too, is Vinny lost the first round, right? But now Vinny knows how fast the Akali is and knows the speed of the other one.
Do you just first pick Ake Sid here, considering he's so it's probably an int though, but that's the problem with like having speed, right? If you can either get stolen or you just get countered.
Yeah.
Maybe he has to draft in such a way that he's still being safe while countering that acid. I mean, he did pick Tomoka like third pick. That's a bit too early, giving Delphis the opportunity to like just double assassin.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what we end up getting through this time.
Yeah. Remember, like we're talking about like turn 0 versus turn 1 mitigation, and Tomoka is one of those turn 1 mitigation units that really need to take first turn in order to survive.
Yeah.
Compared to like someone like Stanny here or Rylot, where they usually survive even if they don't take first turn. Really grabbing the Akoli though, surprisingly, knowing that Delphin's Akoli wasn't as fast as his Assassin Sid. Delphin is probably gonna grab. Is he gonna grab Assassin Sid here? Knowing there's an S10 in the field, this is gonna be a tough choice for Delphis, I think. Because if you do grab a Assassin Sid here, it's probably gonna outspeed that Akoli, but at the same time, how do you deal with Stenny?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that Stenny Akoli pick. Delphis ended up grabbing the Tomoka and RB.
Yeah, and the RB here. So I feel like Vinny has to answer with. So he answers with the ML Haste, which is an almost guaranteed ban for the RB, which also shows that chances are he might not be banning the RB if he's bringing the ML Haste. But at the same time, do you ban the Tomoka? Ooh, and he picks his own Assassin Sid, which I'm pretty sure
like that one.
Is 700 speed. And he knows because Delphis didn't pick the Assassin Sid, which he knew was his fastest unit. Yeah, there's probably nothing that Delphis can do right now to speed contest. Ops to pick a Dizzy last pick, a little surprising.
I mean, if you so the RB here is actually double counter. There's both ML Haste and S10 both.
Yeah.
Also, even FCC, right? FCC S3. If you could time it right and like bring the the RB into like 5% health, and then you S3 with FCC finish it up.
Yeah. So we do have the ML haste and we have the dizzy ban outs here. And I think that's good because Vinny right now knows that he is going to kill that Tomika.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, this is the problem with early Tomika, right? You just, I mean, he did Tomika into Assassin Koli though, so I don't think Tomika was a good pick there. But I think Delphis was just in a bad spot. Like his units got stolen, and
ooh, that was almost just a straight dead Tomika. Now, who do you hit here? You got the greater basket and you have the soul burn. Do you think that with that damage, you just? I'm surprised.
Oh, he didn't S3. He's not gonna have evasion.
Yeah.
Now Rylus is gonna go into your Assassin Sid.
Vinny, what are you doing?
You should have S3'd the ML Crowder just for evasion buffs. That way, that might, you know, make
maybe
that,
though he wanted to hold on to the Stenny so he could counter that RB. Maybe he definitely felt that the death of the Assassin Sid. Oh well, he could have just raw S3'd though. You're right. He could have evasion. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't need to. I mean, he could have even S3'd the Rylet if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the S3 come out here.
I think part of it is that he wasn't confident in his S10 to kill that RB. So that's why he
yeah for the S1, because if he would have S3'd, he would have killed the RB like without a doubt.
So I think that was it.
You just put up the okay. He's gonna hold on to, so he's full Shadow Squad now, and that shield is huge. RNL here, he's just gonna wait on the S3 from the from the FCC until he either needs it or until the Rylet S3 or S2.
Because Stanley's gonna start hitting this.
It doesn't matter because that Rylet is not going to evade. So as soon as that Assassin Kali gets a turn, it's dead.
Yep. So I guess Vinny did play that right.
Yeah.
Just,
after thinking about it, you're right that into the RB gave Vinny the guaranteed dead RB on S1. So we are 1-1 here. I like this.
I like this too. I mean, they kind of have the same drafts. They both like to play Shadow Squad, so this is pretty interesting. That it's all about who steals what and when they
steal it. Yeah, because that's the big brain plays here, right? Is like, you know that both of them have it. Although Vinny knew what the speed was on that Assassin Sid versus the Akali. So now Delphis knows kind of what Vinny's speeds are and what he's going to be going into. Now Vinny does ban out the Rylet and the S10, so it'll be interesting to see what he first picks. Does he pick up the FCC again? Does he pick up the ML Crow? He did try the ML Crow in the first one, and I don't think that worked with his play style. So the second time around, you did see him go back to doing what Vinny does, right?
Yeah, FCC is such a good first pick. You counter a lot of things. You counter because Delphis also has those Shadow Squad, and FCC is pretty good into stopping
Vinny going with the tanks again. I don't know if this is necessarily the best route, but picks up the Lilius and the Assassin Kali.
So let's see what Delphis does here.
Now here's the thing: is Delphis' Assassin Sid was the fastest one, right? So we'll see if he is going to pick up the Assassin Sid right here to potentially speed contest, knowing that even though he has last pick, Vinny can easily pick the Assassin Sid, pick something else over here. Now we do have 3 tanks.
But I think that FCC and that Lilius is making Delphis hesitate to go Assassin Sid here. So he's gonna have 2 more picks to go even tankier and probably even go like Ruel or something. If you go Assassin Sid into like FCC or well, you're gonna have a hard time killing anything.
Yeah. And it does pick up the Assassin Sid though. So here's the thing is Vinny obviously knows that Assassin Sid is going to be very, very fast. So, and RB is still on the board as well. So either he can pick the RB, meaning that Delphus is going to have to use that last slot to answer that RB or ban it, which is what he does.
RB, Ruel would be so great here. Like having, you know, Crow plus this Assassin Sid.
Yeah. Now, here's the question that Delphus has to ask himself. So he just takes that away. Now, here's the thing is if Delphus picks top model Luluka, you just ban top model Luluka and then deal with the Assassin Sid. Because with mitigation, with all of that stuff, we'll see if the Assassin Sid can even do anything. So we do see the Dizzy come out. Interesting picks, and we'll see what the bans here are. Now I mean, like Vinny's side, even if you know, depending on who gets banned, right? Because if they ban the RB, you still have the ML haste. So we do see the bans come out. It is going to be the RB, and it is going to be the Assassin Sid. Now on the Delphus side, you do have the Falconeer Query, ML Crow, and Dizzy. There's not really a lot of ways for them to get around that. However, this Assassin Kali is going to go in on the Falconeer Query. I feel like that has to be the play to stun that so that you don't get the S3. Not only that, but then you can also follow up. That is a thick Falconeer Query on Justice for All 2. That is gonna be rough.
What do you think of that Assassin Sid ban? I think Dizzy was a better ban there.
I think Dizzy or one of the mitigations was probably the better ban, because Dizzy is going to be able to just do Dizzy things through the Akali. But Akali does cycle very, very fast, so she'll probably be able to
she gets slowed though.
That's fair. That's true. Maybe it is Idol's Cheer ML haste though.
But so the thing is why I didn't like the a Sid ban is that if you let this Dizzy through, it's guaranteed that your Akali is gonna get it's pretty much guaranteed your Akali is gonna get wrecked, right? But if you let the Assassin Sid through, I think she would have survived. There's like so much mitigation here with the 10% from ML haste. You got the shields from FCC, potentially Aureus somewhere. You got 2 knights. I don't think that Sid was gonna kill that Assassin Kali unless Soulburn, but if you banned the Dizzy, you're guaranteed that he wasn't going to get Soulburn because Dizzy was the only main team.
Now here's the problem too, right? So now the Falconeer Query doesn't care. The Falconeer Query is going to come out, hit this Lilius, because the Lilius was just ready to knock off all of those debuffs. You have defense break, you have this Assassin Kali that's just raw sitting there. You're going to have the pushback and extending the debuffs here. Your Falconeer Query is going to get to go yet again, and Falconeer Query a lot of times is all of the mitigation that you need. Now here's the thing is you can rip the S3 into the Falconeer Query right now to potentially heal, and then hope that your Assassin Kali can finish the job here. But
I mean, it's a 24k non-portrait ML haste though, so Portrait was probably better there. I don't think this is gonna finish this. If it's
50-50s, no. And then we do have the RNL.
RNL. Okay.
So RNL yet again. Okay, double attack. So the Falconeer Query is in a really, really bad spot. If you take the Falconeer Query off of the board, I feel like you're in a much better spot to like work everything else down.
The RNL was huge.
The RNL was absolutely massive. I feel like here you have to see, here's the problem. You have to provoke the Falconeer Query. So you have to bank on the 50-50, or you just rip the S3. Yeah, that was tough because the Falconeer Query is going to, they're just going to keep working on this this Assassin Kali.
Yeah, does it? No, ends up not stunning the Assassin Coley there. Like that, RNL also made the Assassin Coley have her S3 ready.
Ooh, yeah,
she's
yeah.
gonna
The Falconer Quarry's dead here.
Yeah, she's gonna have Soul Burn into an S3. She could.
I feel like you have to Soul Burn here just to guaranteed, no ifs, ands, or buts.
I would hit the Dizzy here, but it's up
you think
to
so?
how it plays. Yeah. Opposite of the Falconer clear your Soul Burn guarantees that kill, but
see, it does silence everybody. That's the big thing here, and I think the thing that you have to think about too is now the healing and the mitigation is gone. So you have more mitigation, and you can kind of hide your Assassin Kali a little bit. It's not going to be amazing. This Lilius has not been able to cleanse like anything off of here. This is going to pop out well, you're still going to have one turn. Yeah, your Dizzy can't do anything, so you just start working on the Dizzy here, I think.
Yeah.
But he opts to start working on the Crow. RNL doing work here.
That's one crazy RNL. Alright, probably gonna S1 here, pop the Assassin Coley out, ends up stunning the FCC again.
But we have one more turn until the S3 is back up. If this RNL procs again, it doesn't. Okay, I was gonna say if it procs again, then not only did Vinny pay off the devs, but RNG very, very much in his favor. Now I think right here, what do you do?
Don't S3.
Don't S3 because that'll give Crow the S3, and then your Akali is dead. This was a good play because sure, the Dizzy is going to knock the Akali out of stealth, but can't S3 here, which is huge because then you don't have the cancer all over your Assassin Kali. Sure, she's knocked out, but whatever. And right here, your Crow can horse somebody, is going to horse somebody. Who do you horse here? Horses Lilius, because Lilius has the provoke, but this is not going to be enough.
No.
If he were able to kill the Lilius there, then Dizzy would have been out of the provoke and then would have been able to do be able to cancel Assassin Kali. But you have the Soul Burn S3 here. You go in on the Crow, on the ML Crow.
It's 20 souls, but this could be enough to either stun or even kill. Ends up stunning it.
Did stun. So now you can put up potentially your S3 just for more mitigation, because your ML Crow already has the horse up, right? So it doesn't really matter too much. Is going to provoke here your Assassin Kali just chilling there behind the stealth, doesn't care.
One thing we didn't notice is that this Idol's cheer on this ML haste. So every time Dizzy like pops this, every time he pops her out of stealth, ML haste just like brings her back up, and then it's hard to like.
And then she just goes right back into it. That's why I'm a big fan of the Idol's cheer on ML haste.
Yeah, he needed that stun earlier, because then that way this Assassin's Coley is out of stealth, but
and the thing too,
the last time and is a bit too late.
Yeah, and the big thing here too is that ML haste has his S3 now. So if they don't kill this Assassin Kali, which they're not going to, well, we're not in stealth, so Dizzy can do the Dizzy things here. Do you potentially S3 here? No, but you do kill Crow. So even if you kill Assassin Kali here, it's literally 3v1 against Dizzy.
Yeah,
like you are not. Yeah.
Ends up does killing the Dizzy, but Dizzy needs to lap here and not get provoked. Because ML Haste has S3 available, ends up using S3 instead. I guess that makes more sense. Ooh, the counterattack though.
Yeah, counterattack wave was big.
So this is kind of slow. it's probably gonna die to the
yeah.
ML
The
haste.
ML haste has his S3 here, so by the time that this gets back around and does ML haste or does Dizzy stuff, I mean, you just rip the S3 here, heal up. This Dizzy's not going to have enough damage.
Just gonna die.
Oh, it's just dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty high frenzy already.
All right. That was a good fight. That was a really good fight.
Honestly?
And Vinny, moving on. Yeah, I really like that fight. Both of those players, and the thing too is with that one, Vinny showed that he's not all about speed, right? That assassin Kali hiding behind the mitigation with the ML haste on Idol's Cheer was just absolutely disgusting. Now we are going to have Jinx up against King Blair, aka Shadow Ringer. Really looking forward to this one. Both of these guys did 2-0 their opponents yesterday, so let's see what they bring. Jinx, I always enjoy watching Jinx play, and I also have a clip that I've saved forever of me beating Jinx's cleave with my A Tywin back when everybody was like, A Tywin is garbage, and I had him on counter and I had him on Elbrus, and I'm pretty sure I provoked absolutely everything that actually happened in that. It was super toxic, but I was like, it felt really good to me because I was just like, yo, I actually beat Jinx with A Tywin. Now Jinx has beat me really bad every other time, but very strong player.
I want to see Jinx cleave again. Like
I miss Jinx cleave.
I completely miss Jinx cleave too.
But,
so we do see a Flurry and a ML haste first pick. No FCC or ML Crow first picks these times. Given they're both still open.
Yeah. We do see the Lilius Falconeer query over here on Shadowringer's side, and Jinx, I think yesterday too, first picking that ML haste every single time. And we just saw even last match, right? That ML haste raw pick, very strong.
So I like this Flurry Lilius combo. It's more of like denying the Lilius counter to Flurry. Lilius being one of the better counters to Flurry, because like if that Lilius is like gets the first turn, you're pretty much forced to quote unquote waste your S3 on that Lilius.
Right.
And you're denying that from the opponent while at the same time maybe having a build around her. It's gonna be pretty good. But we do see ML Tywin and ML Crow on the left side.
And we do see the Fire Ravi come out. You know, I'm always a fan.
No, I don't like the Fire Ravi into ML Crow, ML Tywin. You're not gonna be able to land any stuns at all whatsoever.
Yeah, but the thing is the stun, I feel like, in my opinion, with Fire Ravi is just icing on top of the cake. It didn't really need to be there. The ramp up damage into later game is really where it is. Not only that, but I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but even if you S3 into the Tywin, while it does cleanse the stun, it will push everybody back. Yes. So, yeah.
That's 100% accurate, actually. Nothing about it. We do see Crow. I'm not liking this DN pick now. Having like triple non-crit units. Actually, all of them don't really care.
Right, but remember, anti-crit's a meme in the first place. So Jinx is going to pick up the Dizzy last pick here. That's a little on the toxic side. So you have double Crow, A Tywin, Dizzy, and ML haste. And I'm pretty sure that Jinx has actually been copying the offline matches that I have been doing because, well, I picked that. We see double Ravi, though, coming out on the King Blair side. Well, what's better than one Rabby? Two Rabbies.
But we can't do the science anymore of which Ravi is better because then they're both in the same side.
Yeah.
How will you ever know?
King Blair, actually taking a look at some of my Dagger Sakar meme videos where I just beat everything in Hell Raid with double Ravis because overpowered. Also the amp strat that I had incorporated for Hell Council with the double Ravis, but we'll see how this works out here. We did see the A Ravi ban out from the King Blair side, and we did get rid of the who did we get rid of on the Jinx side? Who did Jinx also have over there? Dizzy, that's right.
Yeah, Dizzy. But we do see a resistance on the Flurry. So this flurry turn 1 pretty much mitigated one of the downsides of flurry is that if you get resisted,
yeah,
you're pretty much
it's always feels bad, and that is actually one of the reasons why recently I have reduced a little bit of the effectiveness on my Falconeer Quarry, because chances are you're going to just get 15% at first turn anyways. So
yeah, there are better units to get effectiveness, considering like she only does like her effectiveness only affects like 1 out of every like what is it 5 or 6 turns? Is it 5 turns? Other than 5.
Yeah.
But this is a counter Fire Ravi, pretty popular. I wonder what kind of EE she has though. I think that's like one of the benefits of like Fire Ravi's EE is that you actually don't know which one she's using.
Yeah, I mean, the most typical one is going to be the Cleanse EE. I personally really like the Burn one, because even though it's not a very big chance, after you get later on into the game, landing a couple of those burns is real huge. But right now, Jinx is very, very commanding.
Yeah, that turn one resist. Oof, these counters too.
Yeah, just non-stop Tywin counters, fantastic.
They're not even playing the game; they're just like getting provoked, and it's all
yeah
for them. Or finally, we get a DNS3. It's not gonna be as impactful as because like this team is just doesn't really care about crit in the first place. So DN is just here to make probably soul generation, but Tywin's just gonna eat your souls though.
Right.
I think this DN not a good pick here, honestly. The attack buff's kind of huge, but there are probably better attack buff units, like maybe Vivian. If that DN was Vivian, I think that's a better unit.
I do still think that underrating a little bit of like the turn cycling and healing and stuff like that the DN can do.
That's true, but you have the best healer in the game though. You have Flurry.
That's true, but the two of those together, very, very huge. Now, if Tywin would just stop counterattacking everything that happens and they could build up some souls, then that would be a lot better. But we know that that's not going to happen for sure.
Gets a dual attack with Lilius though. It looks like a tank Lilius. It's not a. It's probably Aureus Lilius. All right, here comes the Tywin engine.
Yeah, that's the big problem too, is like by the time they're able to do much here, so we get the 2 stuns, and this just goes to show that Tywin can lock that DN down.
Lilius resisted the stun, which is pretty huge.
I'll show you how I
700 effect resist Lilius there, because also resisted the provoke back from the Tywin as well.
Actually, maybe that would kind of make sense, but Shadowringer did pick this Lilius early, so it wasn't to counter Tywin. It was just you just wanted to pick Lilius.
I mean, Lilius is still a very, very strong pick. The double ups, the fact that you can run the mitigation, all of that jazz is still really good.
So ML Hayes got knocked back there.
ML Hayes got knocked back, but this Crow is horse range. Pretty solid horse range. You don't think so? We'll find out, because I'm pretty sure that's who we're going with into the Ravi. Ooh,
that's actually pretty close.
Ooh, that is real close. And the thing is, though,
what frenzy are we on?
That's why we need to have a little thing here. Ooh, that was a good clutch dual attack with that heal.
Yeah.
One more turn on the Crow horse, the AoE horse. So there's not too much that they can do to this Ravi right now. They also know that this Ravi is counterattack. So chances are that by the time the ML haste comes back around, this Ravi might be healed up enough to not have to worry.
So what we missed there was the flurry resisted the top.
Hold on. Can we just potentially kill? Oh, we kill the Tywin, and that Ravi is almost at full health again. So you're going to end up having to ML Haste S3 into the Crow AoE horse in order to take this Ravi down, but you're gonna get soul burn. Ooh, King Blair actually playing this really phenomenally.
I think that S3 on the Ravi was a bit too premature, but I mean the horse on the Ravi was
it worked. It worked by pushing that ML Haste back enough, right?
No. The Crow S3 on the.
Oh, the Crow S3. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the Crow S3 onto the Ravi was weird, but it almost was enough. If he would have just let it go for like maybe another turn, it would have been fine. Now let's see how much this does right here. Oh, does kill the Lilius, but your Ravi is in a good spot right now.
Kills the Lilius, but your Tywin is dead, and that was like the only reason why he was so focused on killing that Lilius.
Right.
Was that it was the only cleanser, like the.
And here's the thing: you have the Ravi S3 back up again, but not going to bother with it. And the other thing too is this does open up the Ravi to actually get souls. So once that Ravi gets 20 souls and drops an attack buffed S1 soul burn, there's nothing there that is going to live through that. Now they have to be able to take out this, but this is going to push the Ravi forward. Ooh, actually no, hold on, the Ravi drops here. That Ravi drops without the mitigation from the Lilius. The Ravi drops, and Jinx turned that around right there.
I mean, that Ravi like had a pretty low health pool. I think it was like like the crowd did like 11k and it almost killed it, like over the shield. So
yeah, that haste into that, and then just the follow up there, very good.
So now we're down to Frenzy 6, and things are gonna start hurting here. And I don't think Flurry's got this.
Yeah, Flurry DN is just going to end up just prolonging this, because you're going to have the ML Crow S3 in a turn. But you know what? Hey, we'll see if this Flurry drops. That's pretty much game. I mean, it is game, and this Falconeer Quarry is getting hit like real hard.
Yep.
I mean, the anti-crit really doesn't matter at all here, but I mean, HP scaling S1s, you now have defense up on the ML Crow, and that's not a high damage Falconeer, late game Falconeer Quarry, so even with defense break, that only did like what, 1 something K, 1102, and he has way too much HP. So by the time that they're able to chunk through anything here, that's 100% game.
I'm still adamant, and the DN pick was really bad. Like, I think I would have loved Vivian there, having both attack.
It was definitely a good game though. I definitely did enjoy the potential for turnaround there, but yeah, true damage and HP scaling S1s are kind of ridiculous.
It is. Yeah, I think DN's in a bad spot in this current meta. We need to go back to like DPS meta for DN to like... I think had the Tywin not been there, then the DN wouldn't have been bad, because you would have had more souls, more cycling, in order to rip off the like Ravi S1 soul burns to kill everything, and stuff along those lines. But you know, he did grab a Tywin, which is super strong, and a very solid pick, because literally that a Tywin just burning those souls last time around really hurt King Blair.
If I must fight.
Yeah, plus all the like actually Elbrist way too much more than it's supposed to probabilistically. Yeah, it was a bit of a lucky A-Tywin counters, but you know, stealing that is probably for the best.
Yeah.
I'll show you how I do.
Jinx grabbing Eros instead of Lilius here with the ML Crow. I think Lilius would be slightly better, considering, you know, there's Flurry and ML Tywin. But Eros does provide immunity, so maybe he's just planning to ban out this Flurry instead. So Jinx already has one counter to Amaltaman from Eras, giving immunity to your top DPS unit. Does he opt to grab a second counter?
Ooh, here we go. We see the A Ravi come out from the Jinx side.
See the Ravi v Ravi run back. Last time Fire Ravi won. Let's see if A Ravi prevails this time.
Yeah.
So if Jinx doesn't do a second counter to Amaltaman, he might just plan to ban the A Tywin straight up.
Ooh, and we see the SSB come out.
Actually, or not. He's got Eras and ML Crow to
yeah,
2 immunity units for that
for the Tywin. Yeah, for sure. Did pick the last pick top model Luca, which is a little on the interesting side here. There's enough AoE on the Jinx side that it wouldn't. We'll see, but Falconeer Corey is going to get banned out and the SSB is going to get banned out, so we will be seeing Ravi versus Ravi, and I do think that the DN is a little bit more beneficial here. Now the A Tywin is
that Tomoka is dead.
Yeah.
If it death breaks, that Tomoka is dead.
I mean, I think that even if it doesn't death break, it's probably not in a good spot. Ooh, that was real close. If Ross would have just, if he would have crit, that would definitely have been just a dead Tomoka or a defense break. Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he banned the SSB considering Tomoka has the potential to kill SSBs. I kind of want to see a Tomoka one-shot an SSB.
Yeah.
With S1.
But we'll see. So now the problem here becomes that, well, the ML Crow might not break the shield, but if it does, that Tomoka is just gone.
No, it doesn't. It has 50% mitigation with the stealth, and that shield is like, it's like 6k.
Yeah. Okay, so it did make it through. They're gonna be doing a bunch of damage here, but do you just raw S3? You just kill the Ravi here.
Yeah, no crit in the Ravi, by the way.
Yeah.
The 50-50.
So you just
crit,
S3. You just S3, and then you finish this up if it lives. With the A Ravi. Ooh, big counter attack though.
Ooh, big counter into,
but
wait. That heal was it not crit again?
It did. It probably. It doesn't look like it crit. Blair, get 100% on your Ravi. But hey, anti-crit actually working, and he got the crit on the A Ravi this time around. So this is going to leave the Fire Ravi alive.
I'll protect you.
Probably gonna S3 here. It's not gonna take the Tamaluka out of stealth.
Yeah.
100% doesn't. So I think
now you kind of this counter Ravi is popping off a bit here though. So you have immunity on everybody. You probably take it. So you're taking out the ML Crow. You probably soul burn.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't soul burn S1 here, but it's still, that didn't really do a lot of damage.
No.
Maybe you build up the souls for the Fire Ravi S1, because off of those counter attacks she should be ramping up.
Robert no longer has S3 here, so Robert's gonna be stuck S1 for quite a while, but that's a huge chunk of damage on that A Tywin.
Yeah, and that's who they're focusing right now on, that A Tywin. You have 2 turns left on DN for doing anything, which is going to be very, very rough here.
Also want to mention,
although the dual attack there is going to put that DN in a much, much better spot. And right here, you soul burn S1 the Fire Ravi. Your Tomoka's dead. You soul burn S1 the A Ravi, or the Fire Ravi, into.
No, you can just S3.
Oh, you just S3 everybody, I guess. But I mean, you could have potentially killed that. The Ravi is going to counter and go forward, and I think that your Tywin's dead. Your Tywin's not dead. You could have just S3'd there to guarantee the kill, because the S3 does more damage.
She S3'd earlier. It's on cooldown. But also Rise of the Monarch Raz, by the way. You never noticed the Rise of the Monarch Raz like shielding, like giving everyone shields. Like there's like those tiny ass shields from the Rise of the Monarch.
S3 before.
Who?
The A Ravi. just for
he
more
tried
damage,
to kill
I guess. But
remember he tried to kill the fire Ravi and it didn't crit.
oh yeah, it didn't crit.
Yeah.
So now your ML Crow's dead.
Yeah, ML Crow's dead. Gonna have a shield here.
And there goes a good chunk of your ability to stop a Tywin.
Ooh, did not hit the provoke on the Ross though. So Ross is gonna go ahead and give someone immunity. He's gonna S2 give these.
If he even gets a chance, and anti-crit is actually working here. Remember, they're slowed, so that Ravi potentially is going to outspeed this Ross. It doesn't, but you're pretty sure you lose your Ross here. Battle command definitely worked there. Do you? I guess you're just ripping soul burning this just for extra damage and the stun on the ML haste, which is actually yeah.
You can just taunt the ML haste there though. You probably just S1 the Ross here, it'll probably kill. Also soul burn into whoa.
And that just shows the Ravi superiority. I told you, dude, once you get mid game and you can soul burn that Ravi S1, it's dead. Whatever it hits, it's dead with attack buff.
Attack buff as well, yeah. That's why stealing the 8 Tywin here is pretty pog. You getting like so many souls.
That's right,
GG.
boys. The superior Ravi wins again. You'll love to see it.
That Ravi wasn't even 100% crit. That was a bit risky. Was it Hellcutter? I didn't see Hellcutter. I don't think it was Hellcutter. It was just YOLO a Ravi 900% crit.
I'm pretty sure it was Scythe. I'm pretty sure that one was Scythe. Either his was Scythe or Denton's was Scythe.
It wasn't Scythe. I don't think I was probably.
Personally, big fan of Scythe Ravi. Just solo 1v4 teams with the right amount of bulk. So Jinx instantly locking in the 8 Tywins, just like, you know what? No. Absolutely not. But this time Shadowringer King Blair is taking away that ML haste because he knows Jinx first pick ML haste. This time around he's like, nah man, I'm taking that thing. I like these matches where people just steal each other's units, right?
Yeah. It's fun when they have the same playstyle. We've had a couple matches as well where like people have the same playstyle and it's just like the big question isn't necessarily who you steal, it's when do you steal these units. That's the better question.
Yeah.
So we do see Crow into I like how ML Haste is like he's a true damage unit, but his S3 is also a true damage counter with that 10% mitigation. So like one of the best counters for ML Haste is like ML Haste.
Wait, Jinx is taking the superior Ravi this time.
No.
Oh, that Blair's fire Ravi is on L's fist. That's what chat's telling me.
I don't even know what that does.
L's fist, it increases speed and attack as your HP goes down.
Interesting. So I wonder what Jinx's Fire Ravi is going to be like. Shadowringer now in a bad spot because I think he wanted that Fire Ravi as well. Ends up grabbing the DN though into a Tywin and Crow. So I guess Shadowringer really likes his DN. I think it's a bit of a forced pick into Crow ML Tywin, but let's see what happens. DN also is pretty good into the Fire Ravi with the anti-crit buff, so Jinx might just opt to grab like more true damage here if just to like counter that DN. I mean, we have Dark Corvus up, we have ML Crowless still up. So like there's a lot of options here for Jinx to pick.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things open, although taking the way that ML Haste kind of threw a little bit of a wrench into Jinx's plans, but I know that Jinx has more tools in the toolbox than just the ML Haste. But a lot less true damage here on the Jinx side, so that DN is just going to be getting even more benefit. And then last picking the Alencia, which is a great counter to the DN as well.
Yep.
Hovering the Ruel, and I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't like the Ruel here.
I do not either.
ML Tywin, pretty good counter to Ruel.
Yeah, he's got to either ban or have an answer to the Tywin. So he picks the A Ravi this time.
Yeah,
we're seeing so much Ravi, man. You love to see it. So let's see how King Blair's A Ravi is compared to his Fire Ravi. Maybe he has all the crit gear on the A Ravi.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
I mean, A Ravi does have innate 20% crit. One of her benefits is she's so easy to get 100% crit. But so we end up seeing an A Ravi and a Tywin ban.
Yeah. I think that this is actually a solid ban from the Jinx side, because A Ravi a lot harder to kill than top model Luluka, though we'll see. But at the same time, you do have the Ravi S3, you have the Alencia S3, you have the Lilius S3 that can all pop those units out of top model Luluka out of stealth. Does land the Falconeer Quarry S3 onto the Lilius though, and this might just be, I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill the Lilius. We'll find out though.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, regardless.
Oh, it doesn't.
Wait, did my game freeze up? God damn it! All right, I need you to commentate while I come back in.
So we had Tim Luca almost killing the Lilius. It's at like around 25% health. Deanne just ends up S2ing there since she doesn't need attack buff, and then we see. Oh my god! We see. Oh, you're missing so much. All right, we see.
Oh my god!
Arrive S3 to Lilius and not end up killing it though. It's still at 5% health. Alencia ups to S3 here, giving everyone a defense buff while stripping all those buffs, making the TM Luca naked because she no longer has stealth, no longer has that barrier. Crowd taking a turn here. He might just opt to S2 since he's at 75% health. No way is he S3ing, so he's doubling down his defense buff. A bit of a waste, pushing back TM Luca way in the back. Then we have what's his name? Ravi ended up stunning the TM Luluka. Since the Lilius is still taunted by the flurry, ends up S1ing the flurry. Alencia doubles up into a defense break. Now we see DN up to S3 because Alencia's strip is no longer there, so this S3 is pretty safe. Healing the TM Luluka a little bit. Lilius finally dies.
All right, yeah, we're back in.
Finally dies. All right. That was too much pressure, man. Don't do that again.
My stuff just like literally froze up, and then you went robot, and I missed sorry guys, but TM Luluka is gonna just die right here. And then there goes King Blair's DPS.
Yeah, TM Luluka goes down, but the list also goes down. That Lilius survived so much. She was like at 5% health for quite a while. No stuns this time. I mean,
we do have a lot of stuff down, and going in on the crowd. The crowd is just going to. Wait, why is he just continuing to go in on the blue crowd?
He doesn't have taunt ready. I'm actually confused. He doesn't have taunt ready in his flare. He's got one more turn. So it goes into the blue crowd.
I mean, that blue crowd is just getting more and more in horse range. I don't.
He's getting really, really horsey.
Blair, did you just get frustrated?
I'm not sure. Someone's dead here, right? Oh no, actually.
I mean, regardless, that Falconeer Quarry is dead as soon as that Ravi goes.
True. Yeah, let's go.
Horse
goes to the flurry.
Just goes in raw on the flurry here. I mean, seems odd,
but
I mean, at this point, okay, it was definitely Jinx's game. Sorry, I missed all of that action, guys. It was too much for my connection.
I think you're behind too a bit.
Oh, probably a little bit, but I mean, I should be fine now. Okay. That was really weird. The game does that sometimes, but yeah, no, Fire Ravi is super scary, guys. Always actually has been, but Jinx is going to be moving on, and we're actually going to take a quick intermission. because, well, I have to use the restroom and the rest of you have to use the restroom, and it's been 3 hours. So we're going to take a real quick 5-minute break, and we're going to get back to Stanley PP, Elf Mage, War Champ Sarmoth, and then we're going to get into the round 4. So we will be back momentarily.
Did Shogun go poop? Yo, who are you guys rooting for in the tournament? And what are your guys' favorite matches so far? So far, I'm digging the Isaria pick by, was it Denton? I think it was Denton, right? Who had the Isaria pick? Yeah, his Isaria is like super scary. How is it so tanky and dealing so much damage? Oh, where's my chat at? Yo, where's my chat at? Oh, it's not my chat, it's Shogun's chat. Yo, what's up, Car? How's it going, man? You like the Ravi matchups? I like the Ravi matchups too, but so far I have A Ravi though. I'm more of an A Ravi fan, but A Ravi's been losing so far. Still waiting for a counter Luna. Well, Car didn't join the tournament, okay? Go blame Car for that. Is Yakuza still in? No, Valtres. He actually lost to the to Denton, who's the Isaria picker. He lost to that crazy Isaria. That's probably like I got crazy gear, man. There's a strat of support whoever drafts the best meme is working out. Hey, yo, Scully, what's up, dude? Haven't seen you in a while. Your chat is your mev. I know. It's not my chat. It's Shogun's chat. You guys don't hang out with me. You only hang out with Shogun. I'm so jealous. But sorry about eating. I'm sorry. I haven't had lunch yet. Ravi better than A Ravi? I mean, yeah. Sadly, the statistics have shown that to be true. But yo, I'm rooting for Denton now. Pangolin was my dude because like we draft the same way. We play like cleave control, but sadly Pango fell off. Who did he lost? Lucy? Pango lost to Lazy. Yeah, he lost to Lazy. Lazy's also a pretty good player. I mean, everyone here is such a good player. Like Liminal moved in. Jinx versus Shadowringer. Did we just do that? It was Jinx that won. I guess they haven't updated yet. And we got 2 more matches left, right? We got Sarmoth versus War Champs, and then Elf Mage versus Arish. You seem too late for me, Mev. Cody, I'm gonna start actually after this tournament. I'm gonna start streaming, so we could hang out then. I'm gonna have a post-tournament hangout if you guys want to hang out in a bit after the tournament. Probably tomorrow too. I don't know. I might go back to the afternoon. I do miss you guys. Like the late ones, the late times, the late nights. Like no one's up. Everyone's like, all you guys are asleep. So I might just hang out you guys in the afternoons instead. You're in. I did. You can hang out in the afternoons. I like how my name is No Arash, and everyone calls me Arash. Are you Arash No PP? I didn't know you were Arash No PP. I'm so bad with names, by the way. Like I will forget this in 5 minutes, so I sincerely apologize. Hey Robbie, EE when? Good question, man. Yakuza also lost to a door? Wait, what does that mean? I'm not familiar with the Yakuza memes. Were you on the stream at a good time for me, LOL? Everyone past midnight for me, yeah, I'll go back to afternoons after car if you guys want. But then I'll miss some people in the nights too. It's like hard, man, because like everyone has like different schedules, you know? Like if I stream in afternoons and like someone like Kindred will probably miss me. I can't stream both times. I wish I can. I wish there was 2 of me. I could just clone myself and then stream both times and then sleep differently. Did Garlic ever drop his ASMR channel? He gave it to me, but he told me that it's private, so I can't share it to you guys. What am I eating? It's a cheese pastry. I don't know. Looks like this. I got 2. It's like this, and there's like cheese in the middle, and it's so fucking delicious. Stream 24/7. Yo, I might stream 24/7. You want chair stream, or do you actually want me though? Because my chair is better than me, so. I might do a 24-hour chair stream again. This is my chair in black screen. Oh, that was so bad that day, man. I'm so embarrassed. We can't see you? Oh, yeah, Shogun, I can turn it off. I can't. Who's that, Sura dude? Some idiot, man. I don't even... I can't bully the chair, that's true. That's true. The chair is immune to bullying, sadly. You'll take both? Oh, that's sweet, man. Appreciate it. This is, let me see that. I can't show it on screen because it's not my stream, but I want to see it. You just walked straight to the door, dude. It's not okay. I would understand if the door was like clear screen, but the door's like brown and it's like, oh my god. That's pretty good. We've done this before? Yeah, if it's glass, I totally understand, but that door is not glass. It's wooden. What the heck? But I think Shogun's back. He's a clickety-clackety. Yo, Shogun, you there?
Yeah, I'm back. Did you get me TOS while I was gone? Probably.
Maybe. I mean, my plan is to take over your channel, so I'm trying to get you TOS so I could.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so we're back, and
Card, this is what I need. I want to see.
Pro streamers, but we are going to be going into the Elf Mage versus Stanley PP 650 St. Court's No Aresh. You're going to have to buy a name change thing from Smilegate in order to update how many St. Courts it is before you get the Aresh. So this is going to be the last 2 before we go into the round 4.
We're ending. Are we doing everything, Shogun, or
no? The rest of it'll be tomorrow.
Okay, so we got 2 more matches, right? This and then
yeah. Actually, so we'll do round 4 semifinals and finals tomorrow, since we're going to be going on about probably 4 hours of video today. So yeah, so we'll finish up these two matches, and then we will do the rest tomorrow, since that will be faster.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. So for those of you who are waiting around, if you have already done your matches, you are free to go for today. I think that's how we did it last time as well. We did quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, and then 3rd place match. So yeah. Yep. But we see the Stenny ban out. We see the Falconeer Clary ban out this time around. The Stanley PP picking up the ML Crow, the Basar, the really early Basar pickup too, not wanting to get countered on the Tywin. We see the Arby come out. We're seeing yet another Fire Ravi. Everybody has been gearing out their Fire Ravi after seeing just how good she has been doing in the tournament. So boom.
Yeah, Fire Ravi, one of my biggest regrets is feeding all of her into a Ravi.
That's right.
Who knew RGB5 was better than ML5? And we see a second CR pusher on Arash's side, so he really wants to turn one here with the Bazaar Flitica combo.
Yep, absolutely.
We do have FCC open to potentially counter Flitica, but there's not actually enough CC on Arash's side anyways.
Right.
Are we gonna see like some kind of cleave with ML Crow here? That would be
very
interesting.
possible. We see both Ravis coming out, and we see the Ruel. This is a Ravi tournament.
This is a Ravi tournament, and yeah, it looks like some kind of bruiser cleave.
Yeah, and the last pickup on the Aresh side is going to be the SSB. Bans are coming out. We'll see what Aresh and Elf Mage ban out here. Very interesting draft here from the Aresh side. Pretty standard, typical from the Elf Mage side. I'm interested to see just what this is. Maybe this is like one of those really super high damage Wyvern 13 one-shot SSBs that will be coming out. So we are going to see the ML Crow and the A-Ravi ban out here.
Looks like some kind of like bruiser cleave without Rose.
Yeah, very, very odd, very interesting. Let's see how it works out though.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, Bazaar can pop off here and just land everything and stun everyone at the same time. So
yeah.
Oh, it's not. Never mind. It's not. It's Crown. It's not Crown.
It's Book.
Yeah. Man, put your Bazaars in Crown for more fun. Come on, RNG is fun, guys.
RNG is fun, he says.
Ends up missing the Ravi here. So that Ravi's gonna get pushed back. That Crow also resisted.
Yeah, resisted the Crow too. That's kind of interesting, but does strip both of those.
So this is what I'm worried about, right? Like, you have the double CR push stripper, but you don't really have any CC follow-up.
Right.
I don't know how this team works, to be honest.
Well, we'll find out. Misconfiled does defense break the Ruel here.
The Ruel actually resisted the CR cooldown though, but that I think Arash is in trouble here. Ruel having her skills ready, yeah, this is gonna be tough.
While she does have her skills ready, though, she doesn't outrun the SSBS3.
But I think she'll survive. Unless if you're right, that's like a crazy one-shot SSB. Let's see how much damage.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I mean, it's 12k HP, so... Yeah, not enough at all.
Not enough. That is how much. The problem too is you also had defense buff, right, from the Crow. The sustain is going to just run right through here. Crow's going to be able to horse. Your Tywin's going to be able to do Tywin stuff here. You have no chance of crowning anybody.
Tywin is blinded though, so there's a potential. You have to S3 here because you are under pressure. But
that was a lot of misses.
That was a lot of misses. SCP ends up batting back. Did he land no defense break on the A-Tywin? I think they landed on the Arabi, but got cleansed by the A-Tywin S2.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I saw some green.
And here at this point now you have the Fire Ravi is perfectly good. It's gonna just chunk that away. You can horse the SSB and then it'll splash over into the Bazaar. Yeah. And while you do have this RB right here, I don't think even if it would have to come back with Gab.
The problem is I think Eric should have soulburned onto the wall.
Yeah.
The roll resist was way too much. He saved the soulburn for the RBs because I think he was just in trouble in general there to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will be going into round 2 of this one. Arash is going to be getting first pick this time around.
Nice. We see Stenny and Flurry pre-bans.
Yep, Stenny, Flurry pre-bans. Arash is going to pick up the A Tywin this time around.
A Tywin is so strong, man. Even like if he gets countered, you can just have like a stall team and then wait the immunity out.
Yeah.
And like what's the word? Holy Sacrifice ML Tywin is so toxic. You spend so much time like thinking about when do I use my debuffs? When do I what gets dispelled? And then all of a sudden the ML Tywin just comes back to life.
Right. Okay, he's better. He's easier here now. Okay, good.
Just surrender.
Sorry, it's probably my fault.
No, I think it was because I turned up the music a little bit for the intermission. Yeah.
I'll put my mic closer to my face. That helps. So Arish opting not to grab the Bazaar here, even though I think this is like the perfect time to pick Bazaar if you have ML Tywin. ML Tywin and Bazaar are a pretty strong combo.
Yep. Elmage is going to be picking up that top model Luca. Again, really big question is, are the nails painted onto her gloves, or are the gloves tailored to go around her nails?
This is what I meant. Like he's just gonna steal Bazaar. I think early Bazaar would have been better, but the RB was a bit too early. I think
a little bit. We're gonna see an ML Rin. I would love to see an ML Rin.
I don't think ML Rin's here, but
it could work on shutting down the top model Luluka. Chances are too that the ML Rin is going to be very fast, meaning that you can potentially stun bonk just about anything out there that doesn't 15% you. But Elf Mage bringing out the T-Surin, which is perfect for anti-control.
I mean, don't you just well, I guess I don't say anything yet, but it is pretty good control. But there is a lot of ways to deal with T-Surin if you like play it correctly. T-Surin is like one of those things that are so annoying, but when I'm fighting T-Surin, I'm actually having fun.
Yeah, but we do see the Bazaar and we do see the RB banouts here, meaning the T-Surin is going to get to be fear free and clear. So let's see how this goes. Wow, that actually outsped that ML Rin, which is a little surprising. Because usually ML Rins are very fast, unless that Elf Mage TM Luluka is just disgustingly fast. But most likely,
could be speed RNG too. I mean, once you hit like that 280 mark, right? Once you get that 280 speed, that 5%.
Wow, and it still does a crazy amount of damage. Well, all right.
Rip.
That is That's why you don't let top model Luluka get first turn.
Yeah. Ends up stunning the T-Surin here, and that's not gonna get cleansed because it's not enough damage to bring her down to 70%.
Yeah, although I am a little surprised that he opted to not put up like the S3, get rid of the immunity, because then
he was scared of getting
15%. Yeah.
You're gonna have to like double 15% there, so that was like probably a strategic decision. Because I play ML Rin a lot, and
I do too as well. But yeah, I mean, I feel like in that situation, it was a little difficult, yes, but we'll see. So I think the problem here, though, is that you're going to S3. This is going to push the T-Surin into T-Surin stealth range. You also have the TM Luluka that's going to be coming up. The TM Luluka easily, and the T-Surin easily going to take care of that ML Rin.
Not 100% crit. That's why it's super fast.
I mean, yeah, but the two of those combined are easily going to take care of that. And that is an R and L T-Surin as well.
Poggers, lifesteal as well.
R and L lifesteal T-Surin. That is actually pretty solid.
Yeah. I'm looking at ML Tywin's probably going to S3 here just because you're desperate. So one of the things that
he doesn't.
I think you're desperate here, aren't you? I guess he's waiting for souls, but you're not getting enough souls anyways.
Right.
You're not scared, are you?
Yeah, the Lucas is gonna cycle here again and go to stealth again.
Yeah, and then you just push forward, and I mean your T-Cern is going to be able to finish off this. Well, you don't even have to worry about it because the Tywin's dead, and then yeah, that is game. That TM Luca, I would be interesting to see how fast Aresh's ML Rin is, because that was very, very quick. I mean, I personally, mine is like 280, 290. So if a top model Luca outsped me at 290, and I would, yeah, it would be a little sad times. But we are going to have War Champs versus Sarmoth up next, and are we going to find out? Are we going to see the War Champs Charles?
We didn't see it last time. He only played his Charles on the RNG tournament.
Is he waiting to just only use it in like the finals when he has to have the RNGs as himself?
Actually, that makes sense. I thought you were gonna say like he's hiding his Charles, like as if everyone doesn't know.
Already know that it's crazy, yeah.
I'll show you
Yeah.
how I do things.
But maybe he's just saving your luck. Maybe that's it. That would make a lot more sense. Still no Charles, man. Come on. Just
You don't
first
pick
pick
it this
Charles.
early. But we do see the ML Crow, War Champs picking up Rylet and Crow. War Champs godlike RNG. His evasion is going to work 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure. It's War Champs. He's the god of all the RG units work in his favor. So we get to see FCC into ML Haste. ML Haste, so not just a counter to like revive mechanics. Again, pretty good counter to our boy Rylet here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grabs
Bazaar
Bazaar
pickup, yeah.
A bit of a weird Bazaar pickup, considering you don't really need to strip the immunity unless if you're planning to go like some form of control afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I guess it counters the FCC shields, but I don't think that's worth playing a Bazaar, especially third pick, considering your opponent.
So there you go. There's the A Tywin.
Yeah. So he does offer a CC pick here. That would make more sense, considering you didn't like Bazaar does counter those units, but you didn't have to counter Bazaar like those units using Bazaar in this situation. But he might opt to like grab another CC unit at the end here, or just another. Like he does have only one DPS, but you don't need DPS when you have a Tywin. So Sarmoth's probably thinking, do I counter the CC that's coming up, or do I counter the Crow Rylet, like one-shot combos, one-shot potential? Because if you go Ruel here, right, then you have to stop the CC, but it does counter the Rylet plus the Crow.
Yep.
Opts to go RB instead. And Akoli. Ooh, I like the Akoli pick here. So I think he's letting this Bazaar through? Maybe?
And just speed contesting it? That's very possible, yeah.
It's very possible, but then it might get... this is going to end up with a post-ban. Better be ready with that block. So what does War Champs do here? I mean, you already have a threat of RB.
Okay, so we see the Kayron come out as the last pick here. Interesting drafts here, because I mean you do have the RB, the Akali for threats, and then on the War Champ side, I mean it is going to be kind of rough, but you do kind of have to be able to strip the debuff immunities, right? But actually interesting bans here. The FCC and the Bazaar go down. This means that War Champs is going to have to deal with debuff immunity here.
The War Champs has to do with debuff?
Yeah, once Crow puts up the debuff immunity.
Yeah, debuff immunity. Unbuffable. That was a weird...
You could try a little.
Wait, what did War Champs ban?
War Champs banned FCC.
FCC? Yeah, why FCC?
Yeah, because now at this point, although the problem here is that this Crow is going to be able to horse somebody.
Also, the problem there is Rylot got hit.
Rylot did get hit.
Hopefully it's a lifesteal to Rylot. It was pretty fast though. So
yeah.
Maybe it's just fast lifesteal. It is fast lifesteal. Ended up healing 2,000 health.
Who are we getting? Okay, so it's gonna be the ML haste. The ML haste is going to end up going down. You will see what rip the S3 here so that the Kayron can kill the Akali.
That could be, yeah, that's probably what I was gonna do. I didn't even think of that in hindsight.
I mean, or you kill the Arby here with it as well. I mean, you probably could kill S3 either one of them at this point. Arby probably the better of the two, I guess.
I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, I don't know what his his.
He does opt to go into the Arby here.
Yeah. No Gavin, not even Max S2. Max your S2, guys. RB needs that health. Finally, Rylot ends up dodging there.
Yep. Now, I mean, at this point, the Crow has pretty much already done the vast majority of his job. But that's going to just be a dead Rylot. That double attack means that's a dead Rylot, even through miss. And at this point, you have a Crow with next to nothing. You have a ML Tywin that has already ripped his S3. You have an Akali that's going to kill the Crow almost. The Crow will kill the Crow.
Crow and Crow. Oh, it doesn't
kill him though. Soulburn S1.
Does it kill Akali? It does kill Akali.
And it almost kills the. Wow, that did a lot of damage to that Crow. I feel like at this point, I mean, it's Blue Crow and a Tywin. Never mind, dual attack. All right, War Champs RNG.
There you go.
Just going to town.
I mean, that Karen did a lot of work though. That Tywin actually did nothing. It was basically just Karen soloing there. The only thing that Tywin did that was impactful was take the Akali out of stealth. That was pretty much it. But it didn't even matter because he didn't even hit it. It just goes back to stealth again.
Right.
I guess Karon's back in the meta, boys. Well, it was 5th pick Karon though, and it was like the perfect spot for Karon, right? Because you can kill the RB, and then you can like kill the Akali at the end there. So like last week, don't ungear your Karons. Karons are still pretty good, especially if you get like last pick.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I'm a big fan of the toxic Dust Devil counter Karon, anyways. So. We do see the Stenny ban. I'm seeing a lot of Stenny bans this time around, and I think that it's a very strong ban, right? Because the problem with Stenny is that it changes the way that you have to draft, because Stenny is so strong and is so behind stealth, right? So yeah. What's the reason the top like 200 to 300 players say Kayron isn't that good? Probably because you are not talking to people who are actually in the top 200 to 300 players. Yep. Anybody who has to remind you that they're a top 200 to 300 player probably isn't a top 200 to 300 player. Just throwing that out there.
Nobody in top 200. We don't even. I always say I'm Pepega at the game. And I usually sit around up 200, so
watch somebody. Kilo is gonna come in and be like, "Yo, I hate Kayron." just to prove me wrong, Kilo, Malona, Tenbird are gonna come in and be like, "Bro, all my homies hate Kayron."
Yeah. Just don't go to Reddit, guys. Like, save yourself a headache. And, stay out of Reddit unless you're like super desperate to post something, but.
301st best player reporting in Kayron, garbage. But so the teams are out. We're seeing a similar draft this time around from War Champs. I mean, why fix what isn't broken? Sarmoth though is looking like that bruiser cleave with the rose. Typically when you draft in the rose, you're going for a little bit, but
grab the Akoli again.
Yeah, it does grab the Akoli, and outside of that, it's just tanking it down.
Akoli without FCC though, I'm not a huge fan. I like to like give my Akoli some shield.
Some shield, yeah. That way too, it doesn't break the like little chip damage, chip AOE damage doesn't break you out of stealth.
He does have immunity though, so that's pretty good. Immunity from ML Crow, that way she doesn't get debuff. But
right,
she can.
And there's the top model Luca. War Champs banning fast, but not as fast as me clicking the button for my image. Boom.
Nice.
All right, Basar and the Akali ban out here. Now, this is going to be a little bit rough, right? Because, I mean, you've got a lot of damage on the War Champ side in the top model Luca, in the Rylet. So, yeah. Gonna get pushed forward here.
Sarmoth ends up getting first turn here, but don't think it's enough damage to kill anyone. Wait, what's the 14 here? So Amakar goes here. Yeah, I don't think ML Haze kills that. TM, does he? Oh, actually, he does.
He rips that S3. Yeah, I would almost guarantee he kills this right here. That's a 24k Blood Moon Haste. I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah,
it's on portrait. Yeah, that's a dead Lulu. So there goes that threat. And now it is 4v3 with some extra tanky boys. We got defense there on the Rose. Every one of these is going to be pretty solid, extra thick. Your crowd can potentially horse somebody. It's looking like they're probably going to try to horse down this Ruel here.
Right.
No,
I mean, this is
just
why,
do some
this
damage
is why
to it.
This is why I don't think TM Luca is broken. She's super good, but you just speed contest her, right? And that's what Sarmoth did. Put in the Akoli, put in the Rose, just ban the Basar, speed contest that TM Luca, and then just kill her straight off the bat.
Right. Yeah, she is definitely one of those units that you have to draft into like certain situations and know that you're gonna get first turn, right? You have to get first turn.
Like, I think of her like similar to Blingo, where if you don't get first turn, you're screwed. What is the origin in Ruel though? He's going ham into this Ruel. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, definitely a little weird. I feel like there's other options like you could hit, and I don't think that you're really going to get an opportunity to burst down this Ruel, especially with like single target. With Ruel, one of the things that you want to bring is like, you know, AoE damage, because Ruel is single target. So, you know, you
usually AoE and then try to pretend to kill someone else, and then the Ruel like heals that.
Ruel heals that, and then you finish off the Ruel. Yeah.
That is the best way to deal with the Ruel, or just CC her. That's also another way. Just bring a Tywin and just stun the entire team over and over again. Right. Yeah. That's the other thing too, is the War Champ side doesn't have a defense break. This is way too early. I think he needed to wait more frenzy. He was not in a lot of pressure here because like everything is down, right?
Well, I mean, by the time, okay, so here's the double up here. Is this going to be enough though?
No. Is it? Oh, it is.
It is enough. Although now, I mean, you killed the Ruel, but you don't have either of your S3s for a hot minute. You can potentially mitigate some damage here with the S3, but you're not going to. You're going to provoke the ML Crow, which, I mean, you know, the thing is, like we're like, you know what, War Champs is on the back foot here. He's really struggling. He's not in a good spot. His TM Luca is just dead. And then War Champs is like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to. I wanted to lull my opponent into a false sense of security while I ramp up my RNG. And yeah, I actually think that was very well timed. That was exactly what he was waiting for. Now the problem is, you have one more turn before the ML Haste, so you have the mitigation up now. ML Haste is going to be able to heal if they can't take out this ML Crow immediately this time around, which I mean, that's a decent amount of damage. I don't think they can.
Especially since Rose is like boosting this this entire team. And,
right. The Rose provoke was real big too on the FCC not being able to put up the shield. So now you're gonna have, now you're gonna have your Crow cycle.
Riley gets a turn though here, and it hits them. It's the wrong unit.
Okay, yeah. That was good. That was a good unit to hit, because now it doesn't kill, and you're going to. Ooh, here we're gonna see provoke wars here. You just kill.
You just biased commentator.
What's that?
It wasn't good for War Champs.
Oh yeah. Biased commentator. My bad.
That was good to hit.
That was a good comeback on that one. So we're gonna go to round 3.
But yeah, that's like TM Luca is so good, man. But
the Rose provoke there was super clutch though, because otherwise the FCC would have been able to put up the shield for the extra mitigation, and then Crow would be, you would have at least a little bit more time for all of those to go through.
Also, War Champs was rank 69, by the way.
Nice. He probably intentionally did that like before so that he could just get that on there. Also, I'm sure that once we pointed that out, I'm going to go over to the tournament Discord, and it's going to be a bunch of emotes from like Aether Bulge and Nikan at War Champs.
Nice.
I wake up sometimes and go in there and I'm just like, what are you guys doing?
I mean, have you ever waked up to your Discord seeing your face all over the screen?
Yes, actually.
Oh, have you?
I mean, have you seen some of my emotes?
Yeah, I have seen yours.
Yeah. Or my dog's face all over as emotes. And then people ask me what I do to that poor dog because he had like the most concerned look in the world. But enough about our emotes and stuff like that. Let's talk about this. So we do see the Hyun and the Stenny ban out. War Champs picking up the Crow, picking up the Blood Moon Haze, picking up the Falconeer Quarry, taking all of the like really safe picks here. But Sarmoth did get the ML Crow and the Rylet this time, as well as the Ruel and the FCC. So that is a little rough now.
This is a perfect time to pick Tomoka. He only has 1 unit left, and he doesn't have any speed contester from those 4 units. So this is a good Tomoka pick here.
But what do you pick as your other DPS, right? Because your Tomoka is good, but you have to pick another threat here, else you just ban the Tomoka. Arby would be a probably solid pickup.
Yeah, and then he doesn't really have a 5th counter, and it's probably going to be a speed contester on the 5th pick here, so then you just ban that potentially, and
Yep, there's the Arby.
You definitely want some AoE, because he still has a 5th pick here. He's probably going to pick some kind of speed contester that forces War Champs to ban it, and having AoE into your wall, like you're mandatorily need AoE into your wall. Also, you could have, A-Taiwan is bad. Never mind. A-Taiwan could have been also a pretty good pick there, actually.
Right, but, for sure. You would think that you could pick the Blue Rose here, right? Because it's faster. Opts to go with the Akali though.
This is like, I want to play my 4 units. I'm gonna play these 4 units that I picked earlier. Here's the pick that you need to ban, and I get to play the units that I want to play with. Yeah,
War Champs picking his ban already. Sarmoth taking a little bit of time here. The bans are out, so we will see the TM Luluka and the Akali ban out. So he's saying, you know what, hey, I'm just going to tank out this RB. He's probably got a decent amount of mitigation here. He's going to hope that Rylet does Rylet things and actually evades, but we'll see if that is a thing that actually happens.
This is going to boil down to whether the RB gets Gab. Probably going to S3 the FCC here. Ooh, goes for the Rylet. That's gonna give S3 onto the Rylet, but Crowd's gonna have a turn though, or a Water Crowd gonna have a turn.
Yep. So we'll see the FCC S3 come out here. I do feel like this was a little bit early, but this does push the RB up.
Not what you wanted to happen.
Ooh, no. Here's the thing is, okay, so you do get rid of the debuff or the defense break on the Rylet. We're gonna get debuff immunity back up. The problem being here is that this Crow potential horse range. So do you potentially see horse and then Blood Moon haste into the Ruel just to get rid of it?
That's what I was trying to do. I'm not sure if it's enough.
No,
though.
that is not even close to enough. If you just if you rip S3 here, you do potentially extend the lives of both of those, but I don't think that. See, ooh, wow, that Ruel.
I think
Even
you
out
went
of
for
the
the
both of
Rylet
those
there.
is a lot. Now here's the thing: is sure maybe when the that didn't kill the RB. I was gonna say if that killed the RB, then you're good. I think the Ruel just S3s herself right now.
Do you think it was better to just pop the Rylet instead?
Yeah, because then it would have forced you to S3 him back, which would have then given you the extra big buff, a secondary heal, and debuff immunity. If they would have, if War Champs would have killed the Rylet, that would have been a much better play. And you would have been in the exact same spot that you're in right now.
Yeah, except you have your S3 back on your
ML haste. Yep. So I definitely think that was a bit of a misplay there. No grab on the.
I think it was more of a risky play, but it is like you got to make decisions, right? I think Watson was feeling that he was in the back end here, and he had to make the big plays. It just didn't work out because of that not idle shear, but that Actually, no, that wasn't a kill. That was way too chunky. Honestly.
Yeah. Now here's one of the questions. I'm gonna look because I didn't look the last time that Ruel came around. I want to see just how much HP she has on here. One of the things that I was kind of thinking about and talking to like some people with is, you know how normally your Ruel has like just a ton of defense, right? So actually, I'm surprised that's only a 19k HP.
Yeah.
Ruel. Now, sure, Water's Origin definitely helped out in those situations, but the thing is, with the amount of true damage that comes through, right? At what point do you go, you know what, my defense is just not doing what I need it to do? Let's just stack more HP,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shift of gearing for a lot of players.
So you
it's a bit scary there because we have a new like buffs coming out, and it's probably it's gonna be hard because like, do you change now because the season's gonna end, or do you change after the buffs? Try to see like if the meta shifts again.
I don't think that the buffs are gonna change too much there. Now we do see the defense, the soul burn here, and I think that War Champs is actually in a very solid spot right now. Not being able to kill this RB is real rough because that thick RB has just been putting in a ton of work. And I mean, at this point, your ML Crows, well, they're going to focus on the Ruel. And then once the Ruel's down, it is the ML Crow is going to die. And then it's you versus the world. Rylet. If Sarmoth actually pulls off a 1v4 with Rylet, that would be the most epic thing ever. It is a lifesteal Rylet, right?
Alright, Russell does one more turn here, but she ends up healing herself a little bit, but I think Flurry kills it, maybe.
Maybe
if it crits? I mean, you have to, right? Ooh, it doesn't crit.
So they are going to have they're going to have to use an extra person to kill that.
Exactly.
Crow is going to be able to S3 here. I don't think you soul burn it because your Crow is dead.
There's no, I mean, what else do you soul burn though? Gorilla's gonna die here, and like soul burn on the Rylet is only 10 souls, so he soul burns just for the sake of soul burn. I still think it was a little bit of a waste there. So you're dead. She's dead.
This is going to kill. Now here you have 2 turns on birds, so you're going to guarantee this. This is going to do some damage to the Falconeer Quarry. The follow-up is going to be a dead Falconeer Quarry. Now the problem you're going to run into is that you have a horse. You have a horse and an ML haste. Yeah, and Sarmoth just decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get horsed. I'm gonna get ML haste. There's nothing I can do to come out of this.
No. This is pretty much over at this point. It was a pretty nice try. It was a pretty good try, though.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. It was very, very solid. War Champs that pulled that out. That Arby, though, being able to just last forever was super, super good. But that is going to conclude the tournament for today. We're at 3.5 hours. I thought for some reason the last time I did the next round, but the next round will be perfectly fine. So the matches for tomorrow will be the angriest player Moozy versus Lazy. Really excited for that one. Lazy played very, very strong, but Moozy taking down Panchoi, no slouch himself. We're gonna have Denton versus Vinny. Now the other thing too is, short of 2 matches, almost all of them were 2-1s today. The only ones that were 2-0 were Claire versus Liminal and Elfmage versus Aresh. But speaking of, we're going to see Jinx versus Liminal tomorrow. I'm really excited for that one. Liminal 2-0ing Claire, Jinx 2-1 against King Blair. Liminal has been playing phenomenally. We've seen Liminal in quite a few of the tournaments, and I think this is actually the strongest I've seen Liminal in a long time. So I'm excited to see, and I know I can't wait to see his him get. I want him to get into the December tournament so that we can see the buffed Sage Ball, because his Sage Ball was ballin' out of control the last time he used it. Haha, that's expect a bunch of bad puns like that in any videos about Sage Ball. But we're gonna see Jinx versus Liminal, and we're gonna see Elfmage versus War Champs. So I am very excited. Whoever gets into the semifinals and the finals is going into the December tournament. $2,000, actually $2,025. Because we had a donation yesterday because somebody called me out on a website that they didn't think I was the person posting for $50, and then I showed them. It's a long story, I'll tell you later, Melvin, but they donated $25 yesterday, so that is going to be going into the pool for the December Snowdown. But make sure you guys are back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the rest of the matches, and they are going to be phenomenal. As always, if you're watching this over on YouTube after the fact, Mevlin's information will be down below. You're literally on my channel, so you already know what my information is. If you don't, it's Shotgun Shogun, and if you're in Twitch chat, you can just find the YouTube channel !YouTube. But we will be doing these. We do these all the time, so well, one weekend a month. But if you do want to watch these live, make sure that you are over on the Twitch channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace.